Good evening, everyone. What do the cards hold for you? Stay tuned and find out. Mystifying Oracle knows all, sees all, tells all. Maybe. Give it up for Gemma Jade.
You know, where I come from, tells all means you're a snitch. It's not a good thing. Every time Steve says tells all, I'm like, oh, don't say that about me. Thank you, Mr. Stockton. Hey, everybody. I hope that you're having an amazing Wednesday. Yeah, ending at 10:45 tonight. I think that's going to be the regular cutoff. I got more readings done last week than almost any other week. So efficient, and even with being able to relax and hang out with you guys. So nice to see you. Thank you for your patience. Streams have been a little hit or miss the past, I guess, month or so. Might be that way through the holidays, trying to get Steve and I together with all of our family stuff. We both have books due. We have a book together due. So thank you for being so patient and lovely. Tyray, evening all. Lotus Girl. I think Lotus Girl. I see hi Taiwan, and I'm like, wait, there's somebody new in here. Gotta love those smartphones. Ann Palmer, hello, lovely. TD, what is up? Miss Mermaid, my beautiful mermaid, and my wifey. Let's keep going. Blue Crossroads. I get one iPad on midnight, and this one is on Gemma. Aw, you're so sweet. If Shauna can hear me, hi, Shauna. If not, tell her I said hello. Paul H. Danielle Taylor. Tony, the Rock Fams. Oh, my cookie. Dev Bradley. Wait a minute. I just missed a whole bunch of people. Let's try that again. Where did we end? Guys, I don't know what's going on, okay? This thing goes way too fast. Okay. My cookie, Chris Jarvis. Just write Jarvis because I'll end up writing something weird otherwise. I really hope you guys are having a good day. Aw, snap, Big Willie. What's up? The elusive Christina Bell. JJ Cryptid. Big Willie, my future, I don't want to say co-host because we're co-hosting together. We're co-hosters together on SOR. Can't wait. Truth Seeker. I got to take some more professional looking pictures, guys. Don't worry. They'll just look professional. I'm still going to be a complete mess all the time. Deb Bradley, I think I said hi to you already. Richard Elmore, hi. D-Rock. Hello, D-Rock. You seem like a new name, but I don't like saying that to people because they get offended, like if I don't remember everybody. My Nikki, what's up? Showing us cuddled up with the dog. So nice. Tony the Rock Fams, I already said hi to you, but I'll say hi again because I'm going down the list. You guys have to hear Big Willie there's voice. It can like lull you to sleep. I heard it officially for the first time the other night, just in this little meeting. And I was like falling asleep by the end of it. Perfect radio voice. Nikki, so nice to see you. Don't think I've been ignoring you. I have been dealing with some emotional stuff, just like, we all do. I have my little moments as well. Nothing I will bore or regale you with tonight. Time Traveler, welcome. But I will say, I've been saying it even coming into November when I said, we should be out of the shadow phase of the Mercury retrograde by November 1st. I said, but don't expect it to change much. This whole month, the energy is just crazy. So I think I'm going to be getting some cord cutting done by a Reiki master. And I also found an extremely reasonable course online for levels 1, 2, and master with like lifelong membership, secret Facebooks. It even says that secret Facebook membership by invite only. So if any of you guys want some information on that, hit me up through email. Real quick before I forget, before we get started, I just want to say that our very own April Arrington has finally, I don't want to take credit for it, but I will say it, finally taken my advice and decided to get on Facebook and talk a little bit, or a lot of it, eventually, I'm hoping, about her struggle with what's going on with her, with Caleb's case. So she's, I told her, don't worry about being so professional with it. She's the mother of a deceased child who nobody's helping. There are people that are going to reach out. I don't have the link to her channel right now. But I want us all, at least all of us who are invested in that situation, the tribe, the STEMA crew, to please go on over and subscribe to her channel. Give her some support. She's very nervous. It can be very nerve-wracking getting on YouTube in front of, eventually God knows how many people. But then to put your heart out there like that and talk about something so personal as losing a child. And nobody who's supposed to be helping. So if you didn't already check that out, I'm going to post it again on the my community tab, either tonight or first thing in the morning. And if by the end of the show, someone can get that link to her channel, I mean, it would be so amazing if we could support her in that way. Three Souls Paranormal, what's up? So guys, why don't we just get started, get down to it. I don't have any new decks this week, but never stopped us before. And I think I've got like 22 or 20 or something anyway. Got to tell you guys one thing today. So I've been calling my doctor for like 12 days to let him know I'm like running out of meds, going to need that refill soon. And I don't take anything crazy. But every time I've called for the past 12 days, and I've called multiple times a day, I've been rerouted to like some other doctor, and it's so frustrating, right? So finally yesterday I see that like I took my last medication. So I called a friend of mine who works in the place and had her connect me right to the front desk. And the woman's like, oh, that's been happening all month. We don't know where the calls are going that are coming to this office, somewhere else in the hospital. And I'm like, listen, I'm out of medication. Like, that's not funny. So I had to literally wait until about an hour ago to get my medication. And I took the last one yesterday morning. I've been real sick all day. So, and yesterday I wasn't feeling too good either because it's a 3-a-day med, not a 1. So if you've been texting me and I've kind of just been not, plus, some other stuff. Yeah, that's very annoying. And then she's like laughing about it, but I'm like, there's nothing funny about this. Like, All right, guys, let's get down to it. Grey Wolf, Miss Grey Wolf. So I'm going to stick to the universe doing the choosing. If none of you all have an issue with that. Big Willie, I don't even want to know. He says, Tyree, I'm sorry if that was your first introduction to me. Misty Rain, welcome. I think next week I'm going to take up, I think our either Melissa W., I think it was, or our friend H Jack in the Box. One of them is just going to be calling out like the next 4 people. SDK, welcome. All right. So remember that when obviously I'm reading or I'm taking names, I am not reading the chat. I really need the mods to pay close attention because I've been almost on like a limited monetization the past two weeks. And it's like if you miss one tiny little word. So I'm rarely live, so I'll take a reading if you can. Yeah, of course. Paul, if you've got like 10, 12 minutes, you'll get a reading, and you don't have to pay me. But I really do appreciate the super chat. I think that's a super chat. Still don't even know the difference. So let's get started with Miss Tyree. Miss Tyree. Going with Divine Circus. Like the universe choosing for you. Good. I mean, obviously, like last week, someone was like, can I please use this deck? Of course. Like, I'm not going to be like, no, get out of here. Of course. But I just think it's a little bit more authentic. But then again, maybe not, because something can move you. I don't know. It was definitely more efficient. I know that much. Mac Taylor. Oh, thank you. Sorry you've been feeling unwell. It's all right. It comes with the territory. But I'm fine. I'm just, like I said, dealing with normal people stuff. But I'm hoping that as November gets the heck out of here, the month of November for me, and it could just be a Pisces thing, but I don't think so, has felt like the entire year of 2020 felt. Like this month could fit that entire year in it. It's been so bad, just like mentally, like being in my own head as a Pisces sun, Libra moon. I mean, that's all the time. All right, Miss Tyree, let's get a card. Gotcha. All right. Oof. First card of the night, Her Wicked Ways. You have somebody just no good in your orbit right now. This card reminds me of my one sister that I won't say her name publicly, but that's why I always remember this card. Tyree, you are meant to shine bright, to be a sun, even in the cold and dark depths of winter, bringing warmth to the world. Some don't like the light. They want to freeze your enthusiasm, douse your creative fire and rain on your parade. Don't let them. Shine your light with stubbornness and happiness. Defeat the Snow Queen in her wicked ways. The Snow Queen depicted on this card has her wicked ways. She likes to test those that aren't yet sure of their worth. She will try to freeze you with a glance that conveys criticism, judgment, ridicule. She'll make you believe you'll be humiliated, that it's inevitable you'll fail, and so it's better that you just don't try to begin with. She'll plant seeds of doubt like a weed in your soul garden and cause you to lose energy to mental anguish. You'll find the way of your life more difficult than it needs to be if you don't take heed of what is happening and use your power to stand up to her. The Snow Queen might make her presence felt through a loved one who cannot support you, or a colleague who is envious of you and wants to see you fall, or the voice in your head that is afraid and is yet to really trust your heart to lead you. No matter where she arises, there is only one way for you to deal with the Snow Queen in her wicked ways. Now, this next part always makes me laugh because nobody talks like this, but try to get the gist of it. When she tries to freeze you with a glance and says, "Who do you think you are?" you must stand up tall and true and reply, "I am me. Save your soul-slaying doubt-making for another day. I take my own hand, freed from your icy grasp. If you stay anywhere near me, I'll melt you with my creative fire and the warmth of my love. So be gone, wicked one. It's time for you to move on." And while that's kind of funny because I sit there and envision people actually speaking this way, it's true. It's time this week to stand up for yourself, Tyree. I personally am going through something similar where it's my own voice in my head, always afraid to hurt someone else's feelings, always afraid to make someone else feel bad, no matter how crappy they're making me feel. If somebody can't support you, that's fine. They can stand by your side without supporting you, but they're going to need to do that also without criticizing and condemning you as well. I think this person, whoever this is coming from a place of jealousy, not from a place of concern that you may be making the wrong decision. I think they know that the path that you're on, okay, Tyree, is the right path. And it's going to gain you success in whatever kind of success you're looking for, right? So if you're looking to manifest more money, if you're looking to manifest a new career or a promotion, whatever it may be, this person knows, they see you headed in the right direction, but they're jealous. So they're going to do everything they can to get in your ear this week and going forward, okay, to make you second guess yourself or stop what you're doing. Don't you dare do it. The universe has you right where they want you. As I say that, your moon card pops right out there. Again, guys, leaning on and off the screen, not set up in the other room yet. Tyree, the waning crescent 4. I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. All right. And again, I did my best with the order. It's not going to be perfect. Lotus girl. Yes, Lotus. I hope things are going well. Like I said, I've been a little out of the loop. As far as hating November, yeah, but usually I don't have an issue with November. I mean, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Any holiday where we take food and stuff it inside of more food and then eat as much as we want with like nobody judging us, that's my holiday. Like always been my favorite. But this November has just been like, yeah, I did it. Like that. Lotus girl, the Oracle of the Shapeshifter. Got approved for a housing loan. See, that's amazing. Don't let anybody, try to tell you that that's a bad thing or a bad idea. Gemma, you are a guiding light. Thank you, darling. Joyce Lee, welcome. Joyce. Oh, poop, I'm so late. No, we didn't start until 7:30 Eastern. My beautiful elven goddess, Miss Sweetly Morbid Bear. Also ending at 10:45. Steve is doing ghost stories at midnight at actual Eastern time midnight. So you guys who go in there might actually see me stop in. Maybe not tonight. I have you guys are going to be so mad. I know it. Those of you, some of you are going to be. So I have that blood work tomorrow at 9 a.m. I double booked, and I actually have an interview for some press at 10 a.m. on Zoom. So I had to reschedule the blood work. But I did. I rescheduled it. It's for the first Thursday in December. So putting it off a little bit, but maybe not tonight, but I definitely will be coming into Ghost Stories and showing Steve some of the, of backing him up the way he always does me, showing him some of the support. You guys know I don't have a lot of time, but April Arrington's channel. Oh, Tony, thank you so much. Make some gifts for Christmas while listening. Awesome. I always go back and listen too. I can't watch myself because it freaks me out, but I do listen. Like tomorrow I'll be putting out the video on Myrtle's plantation, and I'll listen to it while I'm like doing the dishes in the morning and making breakfast. And I'll listen to this later on while I put everything away and in my headphones. All right, Lotus Girl. My favorite card in the Shapeshifter deck, because my spirit animal is the owl and my favorite animal is the owl. You got Little Owlin, wisdom as light as a feather. You sometimes believe that wisdom is harshly gained, strained for, sweated for, earned with your lifeblood, and so it is at times. At other times, like the one you find yourself in now, you find the getting of wisdom to be as soft and light as this owl's feathers. A more powerful talisman hardly exists. You are being given a great gift. You'll be able now to see more clearly, even when there is no light around you. Night will hold no fears for you. You will hear clearly what people are truly saying when they're speaking to you. Their words' true meanings will be utterly apparent immediately. You'll be able to know exactly where people, beings, and their energies are coming from, so it'll be very simple to make wise decisions. You'll be able to move suddenly and grasp your fate quickly when this helpful being comes to share your life. She is both fairy and owl, a shapeshifter in form, and as swift and clear as rain. You'll be able to hold a great deal more power than before, but you will know exactly how much force or pressure to apply in any circumstance. You will be resilient and resourceful, and you will waste nothing, and justice will be done. Little Owlin speaks. Wisdom is not heavy, harsh, or cruelly given. Wisdom is as simple as being open and ready to receive. And if you are ready, if you have decided that you are worthy and willing to learn, this great horned owl, my other self, wishes for me to give you a feather. This feather is a talisman of magic, of wisdom that endures and can be applied again and again. Its power and wisdom will never run dry or fail to speak words of wisdom to you when you hold it in your mind's eye. The tide will go in and out, but this feather-like piece of wisdom remains constant. The sky will hold the moon and stars and burn bright blue with the golden sun, and this wisdom will never fade or grow into a heavy burden, as some knowledge does. You will wonder what to do at times because things have changed, but this soft wisdom will speak to you again and again, and you will find your way. Wisdom is not heavy, crushing, or forceful. That's the truth. This wisdom is soft, light, and to be treasured. It is our gift to you now. Stay still, give us your hand, and feel the gift that we wish to share with you. Feel the wisdom flow into you. Lightness. A piece of priceless wisdom will be learned in a very simple, very easy way. There is enough potent wisdom available for everyone. You simply need a small portion of this wisdom for it to have an immense influence in all matters. You may receive signs that the wisdom of the owl is with you, the unblinking eye, the truth teller, the one who is the friend of the goddess, from Athena to Blodowed. It is likely that people may underestimate you or feel that because you have a light touch, you're not to be taken seriously. Nothing could be further from the truth. In matters of justice, you will now be triumphant, even with the lightest of touches. You are being blessed and accepted as one of the wise ones, but keep this treasure of wisdom gently. Use it wisely, and know that Owlin has given you a gift of justice, wisdom, transformation, and the pure power of directed intention. You are most blessed. Lotus Girl, we talked about how something or someone negative in your life is coming to justice, coming to face justice, probably in the beginning of the new year leading up to March. Okay, I think you finally found your voice. The universe is showing me like this, like nope, that's it, like this is it. And I feel like whether you've said that out loud or not, that's what you're feeling, and you're about to like put that out there and just let people know you're not taking anymore. You have tried to be quiet. You have tried to let other people handle it for you. You have tried to kindly state what you'd like to see happen. You've tried avoidance. I mean, girl, you have tried everything you possibly could to deal with this one particular situation. And the universe says all of that stuff has shown you the right way to approach and deal with the situation. And whether it comes to you in a prophetic dream, or whether it's just an idea that pops into your head, or whether it's something you've been working on for a while, you are going to realize how to get exactly what you want out of this situation. Plus the universe working, towards getting this person, this situation out of your life. I also feel like you're being unappreciated and taken advantage of for a very long time. I think that's in a separate situation though. I'm getting to is going to start coming to an end too. Not the situation or the relationship, just that part of it where you're finally going to start saying, well, you know what? I can treat people that way too. Just be sure you don't get ahead of yourself and run too fast towards change. The universe is definitely telling you, especially this week, take it slow. I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. Waning crescent too. Flow towards your goal. Know that you are protected. And you know what you're talking about, as always. The universe is saying, follow that intuition. Black Dragon, welcome. Melissa Nicole, hey, girl. Sorry, I had a hiccup. Who am I missing here? Russell Gill, that name sounds very familiar. Russell Gill, I'll just put Russ G. That'll be you. All right, Ann Palmer. Ann Palmer, the Lantern Oracle. And remember, guys, if you don't want a reading, just say pass, okay? Lotus Girl said, that was me today. Get me a little mystical fix. All right, I'm with that. Amelia, hi. Hello and welcome. Anyone new? Ann Palmer, snowmen are like one of my favorite things about Christmas. Whenever I can, I go for the snowman decoration. Whenever I have a choice, like what to put on my windows and all that kind of stuff. Even my Christmas tree topper this year is going to be the snowman hat with like the arms going around the top. All right, so card number 17, the card of misalignment, Anne. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. What is possible expands beyond our capacity to imagine when we attune our lives to what makes our spirit self sing. It can be challenging to commit to whatever it takes to align all aspects of our life with our bliss. Often we are met with obstacles such as fear, conflicting expectations from others in society, the need for ongoing discipline, the upheaval of releasing from our life all that is not aligned, and determining how to make our lives sustainable once we surrender it all to the bliss of living our truth. The process of wholly aligning and integrating ourselves can feel like too much. We may be unwilling to take on the effort, risk, and loss from what this process involves. This is totally understandable. So is wanting to do it sporadically or all at once, but the ball is always in your court with this. Therefore, the importance of this card is its reminder that you always have the choice to turn toward rather than away from personal alignment. Even if you take it one nuanced facet at a time, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant the detail, it matters and will make all the difference to you. Gently proceed to write with compassion where exactly you and your certain aspects of your life feel uncomfortable, forced, outgrown, or in some way misaligned. Unpack whether these areas have become a part of your life from fear-based choices and thinking, or from having compromised your truth, your core values, or integrity in some way that you did not realize at the time. Perhaps you would have done things differently if the circumstances had been different. For example, it may have felt possible to choose otherwise. Wait a minute, where am I? If at the time you have made yourself a priority or felt a stronger sense of confidence, self-worth, or self-love. Or maybe with sufficient funds or the support, belief, and guidance that you needed from others, more preferable choices would have been available or made known to you. Take a moment to extend compassionate consideration, love, and honor to your former self's predicament and limitations. Be at peace and in acceptance of having done your best at the time. Had you known any better, you would have chosen and done better. Now return your hand to its place on your heart and ask Spirit Self what you can do to initiate a loving step toward aligning one detail of your life with your truth. Write down the answer. When you're ready, decide whether to act accordingly. You may wish to repeat this journal exercise each time you seek clarity on the next aligned step available for you to take and whether or not to take it. The mother's message, regardless of how misaligned things may seem, alignment is only ever a different choice and action away. Trust that Spirit Self will more than meet you halfway in supporting you through each aligned step that you chose to take. So, and I think that you may be coming into some feelings of regretting a certain decision, of something that you think, something that at the time was really important for you, something that I'm watching a little ladybug crawl on my wax burner. Thank goodness it's not on. Something that at the time you just had a decision to make, okay, a desperate decision, and you made what you felt was the right choice for that time. The universe is asking you this week to start revisiting those choices. Your life may feel a little bit out of alignment in one area or another this week especially. So go through some of your old choices of what could have possibly led you to this misaligned state. Forgive yourself. Don't sit there and be like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? Or, beat yourself up over it. Forgive yourself. Understand why you made the decision that you made. But now I think it's time to go back and maybe, I don't want to say fix those mistakes because none of it was a mistake, but go back and rearrange a certain order of your life. I'll give you an example. Just say you're having certain health issues. You knew a year ago that these health issues were bound to come, but for whatever reason, you didn't have health insurance and you couldn't pay for a doctor. So you just didn't go, you put it off. And now these health issues are popping up all over the place. Okay. Forgive yourself and understand that the reason you didn't take care of it is, you had a very legitimate reason. You couldn't pay for it and didn't have insurance. But now go back, now that you've accepted that, and figure out how to move forward. Okay. And get the health issues taken care of. I hope that I put that in a way that you guys can understand. Yeah, ladybugs are beautiful, except they're a sign that this thing is like standing on its front leg. Oh my God, this is so weird. I wish I could turn my camera around. It's a sign that someone that is negative in my life in spirit is here. But I will also say I found out recently that a group of ladybugs is called a lovely of ladybugs. And Palmer, I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. How are you going to go about this next phase in your life, about moving forward with one thing or another that, isn't working out now because of a choice that you made? Ladybugs all over my backyard. So a lovely of ladybugs all over your backyard then. What is up, Paradox? TD. Sacred Forest. Ladybirds here in UK. Okay. A lovely of ladybugs. Yes, it is lovely, isn't it? It really is. It's like so fitting. I don't remember where I heard that. It might have been on Blippi. All right, TD. Got it. Spirit Guardian of Winter retreat. And right off the bat, I'm getting major changes. Winter is the end of something. The end of something coming to an end. We're also in the winter. And it's card number 38. Spirit Guardian of Winter. Night is coming and the temperature is dropping as you follow the path through the snow to a small cabin. A golden light flickers through the windows. You stomp the snow off your feet, open the door, and step in. Instantly, you are embraced by the heat of the fire and the tantalizing aroma of the soup nestled on the potbelly stove. A large overstuffed chair awaits you. You curl up in the chair and warm yourself by the fire. This card indicates that it's time to pull back from people and situations that do not empower or support you. Let go of anything or anyone that drains you and protect yourself from less than positive influences. It's time to renew your energy, incubate your dreams for the future. Make plans for tomorrow, but remember that this is a season of rest and recuperation. Winter is a time for replenishing your inner resources. Care for your body and your health, mend and organize objects in your home, repair whatever needs to be repaired in your life. Step into sacred silence to discover the answers within. A spurt of springtime energy is coming, but you absolutely must be prepared and must create foundations. Otherwise, it can seem overwhelming and destabilizing. Spiritually, winter is a season of retreat and renewal. It's the time to be still and take stock of your life and your future. The Spirit Guardian of Winter reminds us to stop the busyness of life and relax. The Spirit Guardian of Winter says, enter the silence, deep place within you. Renew, retreat, repair your body, items, and relationships. Examine your life and make adjustments as needed. Watch your nocturnal dreams. Meditate. Look for messages from Spirit. So, TD, this week, the universe especially wants you to pay attention to your dreams. You could be having some prophetic dreams. If you're one of those people who can't remember your dreams, then all the more so. Because if you wake up and remember, even if it's like a little dream of something that doesn't make sense, I don't know, like a monkey eating a pickle, I don't know. It's going to have some kind of significance because you're remembering it, okay? Take this week to try and rest. Obviously, we can't just take off work. I mean, some people can. And if you can, take the week off, or at least the weekend coming up. If that's not something you can do, just try to spend time doing things you love. The weather's getting very cold. I know here in northern New Jersey right now it's 49 degrees, probably feels like it's like 40. But if you're somewhere, if you don't mind the cold, or if you're somewhere where it's not so cold yet, maybe go out and spend some time in nature. Go out and spend some time in your backyard in deep meditation under the moonlight. Okay. And try to, just like what I was saying to Anne, try to reprioritize what's going on. Try to reprioritize things and people in your life, things that are no longer a priority, even if they once were, people that are no longer a priority, even if they once were. This is a time to really take stock and to make those necessary changes, because winter, after winter comes what? The springtime, right? Everything's going to immediately start blooming, and you want to pull those weeds. You want to pull those negative spaces, that negative mental energy out. Like I was saying earlier, I want to get those cords cut those emotional cords before, you know, something happens that, not that it's too late, because we can always go back for the most part and fix things, but where it's like more of a pain in the butt. The universe is saying this week is the perfect time for you to meditate on what's no longer serving you, who's no longer serving you. I shine my light outwards for all to see. The moon goddess Diana. Yeah, Edna, hi. Jilly, Miss Jilly. I live in the city where it was originally made. Oh, Guinness. I was like, what's going on? I always jump in like in the middle. Jilly, yeah, you definitely will. We don't have so many people in here. We have 35 watching, which is usually, honestly, the amount of readings I get through. So I should kind of just stop it here, to be honest. Marie, my beautiful wifey, as much as I would love to use the mermaid deck, unfortunately, well, fortunately, because we all get what we're supposed to, the Dark Goddess Oracle is a call-in. Miss Sandy. I'm so glad you came in tonight, because I wanted to tell you that a few weeks ago you asked me for a personal reading. Within 2 days of you asking, I did that reading. I got the link. I emailed the link to what I believe is your email. Steve reached out and said you hadn't received it, so I emailed it twice more to the same email. Please check your email because I hope I'm not sending the reading to the wrong person. At this point, I'll probably just give you another one because that was like about a month ago. But please know, I did send you that reading. And if you're a different Sandy, I apologize. But I was waiting for Sandy to come in because, well, no, I did the reading though. Like it's been there. It's been there ever since you asked. And I even resent it the day that Steve reached out to me. So 2 cards fell. I'm going to take the one that was on top. That is Ceridwen. Ceridwen. SMB, I'll switch her with you, but you should both, you'll both make it. All right, Miss Mermaid, Ceridwen. Where's my book? Oh. The weirdness of tonight, like in the stream, my energy is a little off from going without my medication all day. I'm kind of like trying to, my channeling wasn't done for as long as I normally do it. Probably defaulted into a junk file. I don't know, maybe, but I was like really upset because I'm like, I know I did that. I did that reading. And I even showed Steve, I sent it to him and I said, look, and he's like, yes. I'll pass that on. Yes. Who just said that? Hawk Paranormal. Yeah, you sure can. You're probably going to be the last one. I'm going until 10:45 and you are the last one on the list right now. But if you can just be patient with me, yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah, I've been feeling that way so much lately, Hope Wolf. Okay, I just want to make sure because I felt bad. Like, I'm like, I know I sent it. All right, Maraid, sorry. Hubble, bubble, cast out trouble. Clear your mind now on the double. Sip of magic from her potions. Ideas inspire creative notions. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. Sometimes the world seems so bleak that only hopelessness stares you in the face. Stirring that cauldron of emotional darkness inspires nobody, and it is a dangerous path of the mind that you've been treading lately. You are shrouded by other people's negative comments and projections and have come to believe these lies. You only are seeing the negative aspects of your life. Your perception has become warped, and it is in urgent need of some magical transformation. Allow Ceridwen, the keeper of the cauldron, to brew up a magical potion. Drink of the wisdom she offers you and allow the scales to fall from your eyes to see the beauty that surrounds you. As Ceridwen breathes inspiration through your mind, feel the cobwebs blow away. Creative expression, new beginnings, and clear visions are to be embraced when Ceridwen offers a drop of her transformative tincture. Negative views have clouded your outlook. Observe your thoughts carefully. Change negative words to positive ones. Read, draw, or write. Meditate to enhance your natural wisdom. This is a good time to start a new project and trust your own visions. The goddess is an archetypal rescuer of Welsh origin. Her firstborn son was so hideous that she concocted a potion in her magical cauldron, Awen, to make him a poetic genius so he would be valued in some way other than ostracized for his appearance. Sadly, her servant accidentally drank the potion. She devoured him as punishment and then gave birth to a most beautiful boy. Every week before I do these readings, I pull one card from one deck for myself to get my energy out so that I don't influence the readings. This is the card I drew. And what I said was, yeah, that's great for the new son, but what about the other son that she was trying to help? He just goes around being hideous the rest of his life. Not the point, Gemma, I know. So, Maraid, people, I think you're allowing too many people in that are negative, that are, whether they mean to be or not, are being vampiric. We talk about this all the time. That psychic vampirism, that emotional vampirism. And you're starting to really believe it about yourself. It's like there's not enough positivity around you to block out these negative spiritual, emotional, energy draining vampires. All right. I think some of them are doing it on purpose and some of them aren't. I think that's how much negativity you have floating around in your life right now. And it may seem like it's nothing but negativity, but remember, it's just your little corner of life. So what the universe wants you to do is meditate, okay, if you have the time. If not, take a hot bath. One of the ritual baths I told you guys, I think last week about protection, throw the handful of sea salt in there. Okay, make sure you shower first because it's just going to be the salt, the water as warm as you can make it, and getting out and letting yourself air dry. That's going to help you block out these negative people. I think you have a lot of positivity in your life too, a lot of positive people, right? But the negativity always overpowers the positivity when we let our guards down. And I think you may have let someone in who has harmed you, hurt you, or wronged you in the past, believing or wanting badly enough to believe that they were going to change. This doesn't have to be like an ex relationship. I'm getting more that it's a family member, to be honest. And they duped you again. So what you need to do immediately, especially this week, is really think on if you want to continue allowing this person in your life. Divine Diamond, I just saw you. I hope you're feeling better. Mermaid, I am connected to the earth and all life around me, the moon goddess Artemis. So be connected. Make sure that anyone that you're dealing with, especially this week, makes you feel good, makes you feel just gives you a feeling of overall happiness. Time Traveler, I did not forget you. I go in the order of when people come in. So you are at the end of the first list. So all of the people that I'm calling first were ahead of you. You're definitely going to get a reading. Like I said, just be patient. If anyone has to leave early for any reason, like Divine Diamond, I can put you first, but I would appreciate if you guys didn't just say that so that you can, take a reading and get out of here, because that would be messed up. So Mermaid, I'm a little off kilter tonight, guys. I'm trying my best with the messages. They're starting to flow a little better. Again, I didn't channel for my normal hour. I only got like 20 minutes. So Blue Crossroads, then Shauna, Danielle Taylor, Paul H., and then Divine Diamond. I can do you right after that. If you can hang around for just a few more minutes, you let me know. Then it's going to be quick potty break, and I should be good to go. I'm starting to feel it now. That's another thing. There's a lot of sickness going around in this month, like more than normal for a winter month, at least for me. I know, like physical, mental, emotional, all of this sickness is just like, ugh. You got this. I'll send you my energy. Yes, please do. Have your helper make you some tea. I don't have a helper. I don't have a helper, but I'm hoping to get one soon, actually. All right, Blue Crossroads, you're still there. Love my country living. Blue Crossroads, we're going to go with myths and mermaids. If I had energy, I'd send mine to Gemma. You guys, some of you laugh, but that really does help me. There will be times where I'm just like, come on, guys, I need some energy. And then all of a sudden it's like, whoosh. Tea sounds good, right? I always have a nice tea afterwards. For Blue Crossroads for this week. So it would be the week of November. Today's the 17th through the 24th. Wow. And then Thanksgiving. Next week, we'll be doing this stream on the biggest drinking night of the year in the United States. Believe it or not, even more so than New Year's and St. Patrick's Day, the night before Thanksgiving, in the States, I've come to find. Isn't that crazy? A lot of people don't believe that, but it's true. Get off my foot. All right. So Blue Crossroads, you pulled card number 19, the Jellyfish Portal. Let life take us unassuming, yielding to the ebb and flow. No hurries, no worries, we've no need to scurry. The current will lead us wherever we go. A deep-dwelling mermaid watches passively as a smack of ice-blue jellyfish flutter by, carried by the ocean current. Their brilliant luminosity brings light to an otherwise darkened scene. Divination meaning, go with the flow. See what I mean, guys? Wow. You've been fighting and struggling with your present situation without making much progress. It's time to take a page from the jellyfish's book and allow things to take their natural course. Although they have the capability to move independently, jellyfish tend to allow themselves to drift along with the currents of the ocean, trusting the process, not fighting what it is. Do the same and you may find yourself a more content, relaxed, and peaceable person, even if you wind up somewhere you never expected to be. The antithesis is put up a fight. Someone may be trying to take advantage of you. Although others around you seem to accept the situation, you are not required to sit idly by. Instead, draw from your inner strength and fight for what you believe is right. It may be an unpopular opinion, but the opinion deserves to be voiced. I think it may be a little bit of both. I think the universe is telling you that this week, Blue Crossroads, maybe you should start going with the flow a little bit more. Or maybe you have been not trying to stick so much to a schedule. Do you know what I mean? Like so much to like, or like to how things should be done. And also there could be someone in your life or about to come into your life this week. And I'm getting a phone call of someone trying to manipulate you out of either your time, your money, trying to, I'm getting know what you know. Like somebody's going to like call you or email you and be like, so what did so-and-so say about this? Like trying to like pump you for information about another person or situation. The universe is saying, obviously don't fall for it. Keep your guard up. Okay. Keep your wits about you. Do not let, I don't really worry about this much with you because I feel your energy. So for this card to be pulled out, the universe to pull this card for you, be hyper aware this week of people coming in and trying to like milk you for information that you're not supposed to be given, that you can like get in trouble for giving out, something like that. What does it mean when you see 1, 2, 3, 4, like multiple times a week, like every day, pretty much? I did feel it. Paradox Fossils, you felt it, Gemma. I was sending when you said, see what I mean? Yeah, like all of a sudden I was like on point, connected. I can see spirit much better now. So much more light. Blue Crossroads, I teach people how to treat me. Waxing Gibbous 3. And that's the power of the universe, guys. I mean, the power of the group, as we say in recovery, but also the power of the universe. Would Shauna like a reading, Mr. Blue Crossroads? Is a mantra. Party up, 1, 2, 3. Every time I hear someone say party up, I always think of that DMX song. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Okay. Let me stop. All right. Miss Shauna. Well, let's get a card for Shauna. 1 card, please. Not 15. Thank you. Lilith. Equality, Miss Shauna. Equality. I hear Ray and RJ fighting. I love it. Give them hell, RJ. Give them hell. Shauna. Alluring serpents slip and slide, secrets whispered deep inside. All are equal, but don't back down. Master this, and you'll wear the crown. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. What made you presume to be so high and mighty? Your ego self has enjoyed looking down its nose way too often when you've compared yourself to others, and you'd much rather go off and do your own thing your own way. Self-confidence is always encouraged. Lilith, the first woman of creation, reminds you that everyone is equal in the eyes of the goddess. She encourages you to not only admire your marvelous attributes, but to see the gift in others. Everything that is alive has its own place and unique energy to help this world tick. Harness your own strength and power and use it for the highest good. Lilith embraces the fact that you are not subservient to others. However, she will assist you in bringing your perception into balance so that you can defend your identity whilst embracing the equality of all. Don't ever put yourself down or feel inferior to anyone. Walk your own path. Hold on to your beliefs and don't be swayed by another's. You are as good as anyone else. Snake symbols confirm your transformation. Stand your ground for equal pay and treatment, and respect is key. I'm going to forego explaining who the goddesses are unless you guys really want to hear it, because it'll just save me time. So this starts off with kind of saying that you've been egotistical, but I don't think that that's the case. I think that you may be coming out of a mental space where you're feeling the exact opposite. So you may go through this week a period of feeling like you're on top of the world and everything's going great. And then like right away feeling like, oh my gosh, nothing, what I want isn't ever going to happen. That extreme ebb and flow of moods. I'm trying to explain. So what the universe is saying essentially is find the balance. Be very careful not to make snap judgments. We all do it, even unintentionally. I don't think anyone in this entire stream means to judge someone else, but I think we all do it. And I think the universe is saying this week, be really careful not to do that, to try to stay completely, what's the word? Completely, like, what is it? Switzerland? Neutral. Because somebody else is going to need you to help them get through something that they're dealing with. And they're going to need an unbiased and neutral opinion. As far as yourself, please be sure to know that anybody who's looking down on you, telling you can't do something, that's jealousy on the other person's part. Okay. That has nothing to do with you. Pay close attention to the universe. Pay close attention when you're around people, especially this week, to the emotions that are attached with these people, to their energy. Okay. Definitely want to pay close attention to that, because I think that you're going to get a surprise. I don't think it's going to be pleasant. And actually, I think this is connected with your husband's reading, where you may be the one to figure out who this manipulator is before he does. I have power. It is real. The full moon. Chad Smith, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Terry Brown. All right. Danielle Taylor, Paul H, and Divine Diamond. And then it's going to be Potty Break. Chrislyn Colonia. Hi, may I ask? Be tactful, be diplomatic. Yes. But also, at the same time, if possible, keep that guard up. If that makes sense. Just don't act on it without having reason to. Like, say this person from the past comes back in to try to manipulate you out of something. Don't automatically assume that's what they're going to do. I mean, I'm telling you that's what they're going to do. But give people the benefit of the doubt until they give you a reason not to, even regardless past experiences with them. There it is. There it is, guys. Many you're welcomes. Danielle Taylor, are you still here? Passing on a reading. Okay, no problem. Divine, I really hope you feel better. Brian Sessler, what is up? Just waiting for Danielle Taylor. Paul, let me know if you're still here. Peppa. What's up, Peppa? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. All right, I don't see Danielle. Yeah, Chad got one last week, and I think it resonated. We'll make sure he gets one. Paul H, are you still here? Need juice. Yeah, all right, Paul. Paul, Sacred Forest. And again, thank you so much for the super chat. I definitely appreciate those. Usually I take that and buy decks. When I get back from break, we're going to read Big Willie because I know he has work. He just reminded me. Paul H., the Enchanted Fern Grotto. Refuge. I cannot wait to get my office. Oh my gosh. Need your woo fix, huh? Hang tight. Magic is afoot in the enchanted grotto. Long rays of light stream through the forest canopy above. An abundance of ferns fill the grotto with effervescent, verdant color, and a small waterfall tinkles like crystalline chimes. You know that you're safe here. This is the time to go within, seek and find your inner refuge. Take time for deliberation and reflection. In times of retreat, you can truly hear the voice of your soul. Paul, if you have been pushing hard or struggling to keep going, this is the time to be still and nurture your inner world. Draw nourishment from the wellspring that is within you. Think carefully about decisions you make at this time. If possible, put them off. Now is not a good time to make life-changing choices. Instead, take time to create a foundation for the future. Retreat and reflect on your heart's true desires. Proceed with care and deliberation as you make plans. Listen to that inner guidance. Fern grottos have a feeling of peace as you enter. Many are known to be places where magic resides, perhaps the homes of fairies and elves. Allow the energy of this sacred space to fill you. Know that you can be yourself and truly relax. Retreat and replenish your inner resources. Now is not the time to act, but to incubate your ideas for the future. Be still. The answers are within you, and magic is all around you. Paul, this week, do not make any major decisions. Danielle, I see you now. I did not see your messages. I'll just do yours next. No biggie. I'm sorry about that. It happens to one person every single week. Guys, I see a theme already running. Big Willie, you don't have to ask. You just have to come in. Yeah, no worries. I got you. So, Paul, there's a theme running through this week already, and there's always one. And this week is like inner wisdom, turning inward in a healthy way, in a spiritual way, and finding our inner guidance to our inner pathways to peace, if you will, because it's been such a tumultuous month energetically. Energetically speaking, the month of November has been insane. Okay. Like I said, it's like the entire year of 2020 in 1 month, at least for me. And I know it's not just me. Don't make any major decisions this week. Obviously, don't make any major purchases. Treat it as if it's a retrograde, but for the week. Okay. No major purchases, major decisions. Do not sign any legal paperwork without reading it a million times. And in fact, try not to sign it if you really don't have to. Take some time to yourself, some time to reflect. If you could spend time in nature, if not, just spend time 15 minutes a day, okay, to your absolute self. No, I was going to say no electricity. Well, that could work too. No electronics, no tech. And listen for that inner voice. Whatever you're struggling with the most that you just can't seem to figure out, the answer is going to come to you. Guys, remember, if you want a personal intuitive oracle reading, I do them for free. Just email me at gemmajadeParanormal@gmail.com. Give me 1 to 2 weeks, even though it usually only takes about a week, maybe less. I put a link for donation in the description box, but it's not like an obligation. It's not mandatory. Paul, I seek truth and act upon my realizations, the waxing crescent one. And as usual, it goes right with your reading. Seeking the inner truth, inner knowledge, inner wisdom, knowing that you know, even if you can't figure it out right now. Do that meditation, do that reflection. Gray Wolf, thank you so, so much. I always appreciate that, guys. Paul. Thanks, Gemma. And I like your accent when you say Paul. Paul, I don't know. I can't say it any other way. I'm not even going to try. Danielle Taylor, again, sorry about that. It's bound to happen to at least one more person. Blue Heron, I didn't even see you come in. Sorry about that. Anybody else that I didn't see come in, I do apologize. Danielle, Dark Goddess, love you too, Blue. Thank you so much. Everyone who's been there for me these past few weeks. And absolutely, we need 15 minutes of natural sunlight every day, even when it's cloudy. And I'm a big believer that we need 15 minutes of moonlight, okay? I would go to at least an hour a week. So at least 4 times a week, we should be basking in the moonlight as well. Danielle Taylor, you got Ron, the dark goddess of abuse. Melissa is on it. I have some really good mods in here. A lot of them have been with me from the beginning. Destructive action, harm, abuse, cruelty, violence, no excuse. Defenses down, now soften heart. Compassion aids a kind new start. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. You know what you're doing is wrong, yet still persist with cutting words and sneering glances, ensnaring those who need you within your net of abuse. That's right, abuse. It sounds harsh, but when you take advantage of others, be it for money, affection, time, or the limelight, you're abusing the situation or relationship, however subtle your ways. It's time to stop. You have so many more endearing qualities about you that using the cheap trick of hitting others where it hurts is quite honestly beneath you. Rand comes to remind you that you have so much more to offer others than a sharp tongue or clenched fist. You have a most compassionate heart, so don't let it harden. Guide, advise, and relate to others with kindness, and you too will benefit greatly. Rand knows all too well what it is to be feared, looked upon with dread, or only good for dealing with those already past. Remember, you're here for the living. Learn to manage your anger. You're running the risk of losing a loved one to another. Take long walks by the sea. Be romantic. Praise others more often. Don't be afraid if you don't have all the answers. Be open to help. Be open to the help that is about to be offered to you. I think that you're really becoming fed up with a certain person or situation, Danielle. I think that you're just at your wit's end. The universe is showing me just like this total exasperation, waiting for someone or something, some circumstance to change. Okay. And while you may not have acted this way yet with the, maybe name calling, cursing, putting down of someone else, you may be on the verge of doing it. And I don't think it's in a malicious way where you're like, I think you're just fed up because this person has been doing these things to you. The universe says, especially this week, don't stoop to their level. Again, look inside yourself to see what a better person you are. If you feel that you're absolutely so fed up that you can't bring yourself to be kind to this person, that you can't bring yourself to listen to another flippin' word that they say, then do your best to get away from them for this week and possibly going forward. I think there's someone in your life who has caused you such pain, such turmoil, emotional turmoil, such just, again, exasperation that you're ready to lose who you are to the situation because you're going to feel justified that you're standing up for yourself, right? But the universe is saying, well, that may be true, okay? Try to do it in a more diplomatic way and a way that you don't have to lose your dignity or part of yourself. So for this week, stay away from anyone who drains you emotionally. Stay away from whoever this person is or whatever this situation is, definitely. Because you're going to end up saying things that you regret, saying things that you don't mean while you may mean them in the moment. And it's a lot to try to make up for saying something in the heat of passion, especially when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, because that one little time that you snap because they've done it to you a million times, that's all they're going to focus on when you're trying to get answers from them. Okay. That's all they're going to focus on. You're going to list 100 things that they did wrong, 100 lies that they told, but they're going to be like, oh, remember that one time when you called me an a-hole? And that's all they're going to want. You're not going to get anywhere. Please try to take some deep breaths, deep breathing, do some meditation, or at the most, stay away from this person or this situation, again, at least for the week. I love our tribe too. Danielle, I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. Waxing Gibbous 6. Knowing that the universe has got you, knowing that everyone else's up-ins will come. You don't really have to be the one to stand up for yourself. You, like I said, you're going to be so tempted, but don't, because the universe has this thing called karma. And I say it's spelled K-A-R-M-A and it's pronounced haha, F-U, and everyone gets theirs in the end. Don't lower yourself to their level. I know it's very cliche, but it's very true. Big Willie. I guess we're going deep because you pulled the Faerytale Oracle. I love this deck because it's so descriptive and takes time to get the message. Overbooked. Yeah, Blue Heron, I just want to get through. I can only go to really like 10:45 Eastern because Steve is starting Ghost Stories at midnight, at our midnight, girl. Jersey midnight, Eastern midnight. And I don't want him to not be able to prepare and get ready for his show. And plus, that leaves me some time to work. I'm still doing Patreon monthlies. I've got like 3 more to go. All right, Mr. Big Willie, you got Dawn the Golden Haired with the message of duty. It's card number 40. I'm not going to say it. I'm a mature adult. Duty. Sorry. I cannot with you, Gemma. Okay, where are we? Big Willie. Set him free with her own hands. By the way, there is no gender assigned to tarot or oracle. Set him free with her own hands. Then she placed a gold crown on his head and a royal cloak on his shoulders. Come, she said, I make you my king. A young princess had hair the color of the sun at first light, and she wore it about her as a cloak to both hide within and feel safe behind. She was so lovely she was named Dawn, and all who beheld her gave away a piece of their heart to her. A great king who beheld her fell so deeply in love, he went to her father and to her mother to ask for her hand. But they said it was Dawn's decision to make, and she loved her home well and wished only to belong to herself. And the king went away and chose a bright and good young man to plead his case, for the king was too busy with the matters of state to conduct a romance. So the young man went away, and although he was fine to gaze upon and well made and strong, canny and fine, he was humbled at the trust his king had given to him. As he thought of how he could win this princess for his king, he took to the woods where he always felt at most peace. He passed a small lake and saw a fish out of water, choking on the air, wriggling desperately towards the water. He gently picked it up and gave it back to the water, and the fish leapt high into the silver waters, thanking him, promising him a good deed when he had need. The young man smiled, for how could a fish help him win the hand of Dawn the Golden-Haired? A little later, he saw a crow being hunted by an eagle, and he climbed high and chased off the eagle, feeling that for this day he could be sure the humble did as well as the mighty. And the crow thanked him too and promised him a reward when the time came. And the young man smiled, a crow to come to his aid. Then he came upon an owl caught within a net left by the humans, and he delicately freed the owl, not wishing to damage it in any way. And the owl gazed upon him, sleepy and weary after a long night's struggle, and promised her favor when the time came. At last, he knew what he would do to gain the favor of the princess for his king. He found her 2 playful puppies and headed for the castle. Dawn readied herself again, knowing that she would marry nobody. For unbeknownst to the young man, a huge ogre who lived nearby had sworn to make Dawn his own, and she knew if she married another, it would bring death upon that man and upon all in her kingdom. I told you, these cards are in depth. But when he came to her with the fine, playful little dogs and the kindness shining from his eyes, she felt herself falling in love and told him of her need. But he said her hand was intended for his king, and he was merely his messenger, and he insisted that he must try to win her hand. So she sighed and gave him her first quest, to find a lost ring which had fallen from her slender fingers as she swam. And, to his surprise, the fish he had saved brought him the ring. But she still did not wish to marry this young man's king, for she was falling in love with him. So a second quest was given, that the giant with a yen for her must be thwarted, destroyed, so she and her kingdom could be free. The young man left, and as he approached the giant's abode, made of skeletons of former adversaries, his friend the crow dove from the skies and plucked out the eyes of the giant. The ogre fell to the ground, writhing in pain, and the young man unsheathed his sword and took his head. Even this was not enough, for Dawn had fallen so deeply in love with the young man before her, she wished only to send him on his way, so she would not be reminded of what she could never have. But he succeeded in the third task too, with the help of the wise owl he rescued, and so she married the king, who then threw the loyal young man into prison, as he could see how Dawn adored him, and finally, due to his own jealousy, he passed away. Dawn was finally able to marry the man she adored, set herself free, and keep her kingdom free too. The story is about a love that seems thwarted, but which does eventually come to be. So this is a card of hope. It is a card of duty, reluctantly but honorably done. And it is a card about happily ever after, as Dawn and her true love lived, along with their 2 little dogs, of course. I just puked in my mouth a little bit. Sorry. Not a big believer in love. Meaning, power brings responsibility, duty has rewards, patience, all will be well in the end. A time of recognition and success is coming. True love finds its time. Your good turns will now be rewarded. And I think that's more of what the universe is trying to tell you this week. So very verbosely, which of course is my favorite way. Big Willie. This week, I think the past few weeks leading into this week, you may be feeling I want to say overwhelmed, but it might not be overwhelmed. It might just be like you're about to take on a lot. both personally, professionally, and you may be kind of thinking like, okay, how am I gonna do all of this efficiently, proficiently, while still taking time for my family, while still taking time for myself, my hobbies, whatever else it is that you like to do, without pouring yourself into this one, new project or these couple of new projects. The universe is saying this week it's time to make the plan and stick to it. Know that no matter what you do, okay, what you don't do, as long as you have the right intention in your heart, Willie, and you mean well, you're doing the best that you can, the universe is going, you take 2 steps, the universe is going to meet you 10, and you are going to be blessed with abundance beyond your wildest dreams in anything that you endeavor, not only this week, but I think the start of the planning, the start of the realization of how big something offered to you is going to be is coming in this week. Solar Warden, all is well. I can't even talk. All is well and welcome. You are very welcome. And if you can't catch a fish, Sunny will kill you a cow. I like that reading. Nice. That hits home 100%. A lot coming soon. Thank you, Gemma. You're very welcome. It's the universe. I'm just the oracle. I let go. I release. I am within perfect possibility. The dark moon. So when we come back from the little girl's room, we have Jarvis, my cookie, the elusive Christina Bell, JJ Cryptid, Truth Seeker, and Dev Bradley. Obviously, there are more people than that, but that's who's the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will be back in 4 to 5 minutes, guys. Thank you, Chad. Told you she's good, Big Willie. I really, the validation really does help. I mean, yeah, my ego, but no, to let me know that I'm connecting the right way with spirit. Blue Crossroads, I got it covered. Thank you for reminding me, because I always forget to take drinks. So 4 to 5 minutes, smoke them if you got them. Shake it more than 3 times. You're not peeing anymore, and I'll be right back. Good night, Chad. Chad's a cutie. Melissa Nicole, I just walked in, but from going from larva to butterfly transforming, welcome, Salvatore. That reminds me of my favorite tarot reader on YouTube, Chris over at Minnow Pond, and he always says like the caterpillar soup. How you kind of have to go into the chrysalis and become this like mucky, massive caterpillar soup. But if that's not done exactly right, you'll never be the butterfly. But you don't have to do it. You just have to go into the chrysalis, and Mother Nature, the universe, the cosmos takes care of it for you. Sorry if you guys can hear Ray and RJ arguing. They're outside the window now. Chad's mine. Well, he's cute. He doesn't have a sexy voice like you, though. Even though I've never heard him speak, nobody has a sexy voice like you, Willie. Actually, maybe Steve. Maybe Steve Stockton. All right, Cookie, you're up. Thank you, Paradox. Thank you, Sweetly Morbid. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, all my mods. Is Jarvis still in here? I do feel, though, like when I start to like complain and like this week has been just a mess, like emotionally for me. I think like how lucky really though am I that I get to work with so closely with guys like Steve and Dave and, you know, you guys over there. I mean, I haven't even been on YouTube for 18 months, maybe 18 months now this month. You know what I'm saying? So I feel really blessed, and like the universe is giving me a lot of abundance, you know, and I always have to keep that in mind. These are opportunities that don't come to just everybody. Yeah, he really does. Dev Bradley, I love butterflies too. I wear one around my wrist on a bracelet. They are the symbol of true freedom. Whenever I see them in, you know, tarot or oracle, immediately I know that there's something coming about freedom from the universe, even if it's not in the card itself. All right, Chris. That should reinforce your self-belief. You're awesome. I'm Melissa, you know, a lot of the times it does. I think just like this one situation that I deal with all the time is like the big downer. But that's going to change too because of all these opportunities. I'm getting there. I'm just, you know, my friend John always said I have like Veruca Salt syndrome, that like I want it right now. Right now I want it, and I don't want to hear any reason why I can't have it, and I want it right now, or I'm going to mope until I get it. Like that's me. That's always been me. That's something about me that I've been working on changing. You know, getting there. Old habits die hard. Chris, Translucence, Love the Darkness, card number 33. This card always creeps me out. It's a beautiful card, but like if you really look at it, it's creepy. You got this like kind of blind girl coming out of a crow's body, but the crow's bigger than a horse. I don't know. It is the card of the Fool in tarot, as in A Leap of Faith, the beginning of a journey. It's time to enter the underworld. Cookie, you have been existing on the superficial plane for too long, and a balance is required. Be like the goddess Persephone, who descended to the underworld. In the patriarchal myth, it is said she was stolen by Hades, but this is not true. A goddess that powerful would never be stolen. In a matriarchal society, she would have been described as entering willingly and then deciding to have Hades as her partner. I always remind everyone that Persephone was in fact guided by the goddess Hecate, who I dedicate all of my work to. I don't pray to her or worship her, but I dedicate my universal work to Hecate. The Maiden of Translucence has her eyes closed like the Fool of the traditional tarot deck. This is the card signifying the beginning of life's next magical adventure. She's letting go, and her winged bird steed is preparing to plunge into the cracked earth, opening up before them. The forest branches beckon, come this way. When translucence appears, it is also time to redefine your own parameters, protect your sanctuary, and willingly take the journey into the unknown innerverse of you. Feathers are shedding. The hand is beckoning. Take the journey. The card is saying it is time to fall in love with the darkness. Take the journey. Move forward. Paradox, I'm not even in an office, okay? I'm in a tiny little square of my bedroom. The office is supposed to be ready by December 1st. So I have everything ready to go in. It's just a matter of waiting for someone to clear it out. So, Chris, take the journey. There is something that you've been wanting to do. It could be a literal journey, or it could be a spiritual journey, a journey to a new path. Anything that you've been working on with a destination in mind. Again, literal destination or figurative destination. Now is the time to start, because it is going to take time. The universe is opening up to you. The universe is saying, go blindly into it. Take the leap of faith, okay? No more questioning, no more overthinking, no more being in your head. Now's the time to do or not to do. And the universe is saying, do it, okay? Whether you fail or you succeed, it's about the journey to get there. It's about the path. It's about the fact that you've tried. The universe will have your back and catch you if you fall, or lift you as you soar. All right. No more procrastinating this week. If you can do it any way possible, put a plan in place to take the journey. All right. I don't want to say it like I know a lot of you guys so well that I try to not incorporate what I already know, but sometimes it just comes out. That's why I tell people, send me a little bit about yourself, but I only read the first name and the birth date for the first reading, because I want to go in like raw. I want to go in. I am an adult. I want to go in, with a clean slate. But knowing what I know, yeah, I mean, that's what I kept hearing in my head was it's time to just do it. Okay. Don't worry about the what ifs and then, what that's, it doesn't matter. The universe is saying yes. And it doesn't matter how it ends up. What matters is the fact that this is your purpose, your destiny right now. And it's what you're supposed to do. I know, Big Willie, I can't, I try. Okay. I can't help it. I was raised by my dad and 4 of his best friends. Okay. So got a little, it takes a lot to offend me, but I always end up offending others, which is why I love this chat so much, because everyone just knows it's just me. Chris, you got the micro moon. I let go of the anxieties of others. Letting go of the anxieties that others have kind of perpetuated upon you throughout your life. What? You're going there? That's insane. What do you mean? Well, have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? This isn't going to work. Forget it. Just do it. Just do it as quickly as you can. Take this week for the last of your procrastination and make your decision by the time you come back here next Wednesday. I want a decision. Call me Mr. Flintstone. Well, how nice of you to show up. I hope all is well, Billy. It's good to see you in here. I was starting to get a little worried. Christina Bell, week 17. After Christina, we have JJ Cryptid. So if both of you can just let me know that you're here. $125K subs. Yeah, if you guys aren't at Missing Persons and Mysteries or 13 Past Midnight, please head over there. I think 98% of you know me from Missing Persons Mysteries. Okay, JJ, let's do this. Dark Goddess is on fire again tonight. Oh boy. I don't like when 2 come out because I feel like I have to make the decision and I am not supposed to be picking these cards. So can we get a shuffle? Again with the 2. All right, you got Nematona. And Nematona, the goddess of secrecy, is actually the hermit of the traditional tarot. I've been studying my cards, guys. I told you I don't really need cards to give you guys readings, but it does help kind of guide me if I get a little stuck. Chad Smith, yes, you may. And if you have to leave again, let me know, and you can go sooner rather than later. LMN. N comes after M. Okay. JJ. Thank you. Yeah, I love the Dark Goddess cards. Deep within a sacred place, fear is revealed for one to face. Bottled up just will not do. So start to talk and say what's true. By the power of the Dark Goddess and me, protection in place, blessed be. Unfortunately, working so hard to control your emotions does not dismiss the fact that you actually feel them. Those feelings are still inside you, sometimes even yelling at you to let them out. Looking okay does not mean you feel okay on the inside. Being a sensitive soul, you are highly tuned into the feelings of those around you. This can be overwhelming, and you are often unable to differentiate between your feelings and the feelings of others. But nevertheless, you feel deeply and intensely and try to suppress your emotions. You are not willing to reveal yourself to anyone, and sometimes you just withdraw from society like a hermit. I keep thinking hematoma, but that's not it. Nematona invites you to step into her sacred space where you won't be challenged, for she understands that the only way to heal from situations is to talk about them. Nematona will meet you in the secluded grove within, where you are safe to reveal your hidden secrets. You need to get something off your chest. Bottling up your emotions is not the answer. Talk to a therapist or a good friend you can trust. Don't keep secrets from a partner, for the truth will come out. Someone is keeping a secret from you. It's time to socialize again. You are protected. Okay, so maybe you're in hermit mode right now. Totally understandable. Being a sensitive Black Dragon, thank you. Being a sensitive JJ, like I know you are, kind of like me, I had a bad experience in Kohl's last night. You know, there were so many dead in there. So many dead in Kohl's. I think you're a sensitive, like empathic too, where you pick up and take on the emotions of other people. So for this week, what the universe wants you to do is make sure that you really sit down, maybe do a little bit of meditating and try to differentiate your feelings from those around you. The only way you can do that is by being alone. And I think what the universe is showing me is that you escaped, is showing a person like pushing a door closed and people like trying to bust in. And the person's like got their back against the door, like this, overwhelmed with others, overwhelmed with the energy of others. I definitely believe this is your energy. JJ, what the universe wants you to do this week, again, is differentiate. You have to come out of hermit mode, but you have to feel what it is you're going through and you have to deal with it. You can't just come out of hermit mode and go right back into the way that you were living. If you need help putting up blocks, putting up light, putting up barriers, I will be more than happy to help you. Okay. If you already know how to do that, make sure you do it. Take one of the ritual baths I talked about. Again, shower, do what you do in the shower always, you know, whatever, shave, wash your hair, wash your body, and rinse out the tub. Make the water as hot as you can stand it. Excuse me, and put a handful of sea salt in there. Get in no less than 15 minutes, no more than 25 minutes. Get out, dry your hair, and then let your body air dry. This is going to form an extra protection, an extra barrier against picking up other people's negative emotions. What I do is envision myself surrounded by outward facing mirrors. So mirrors as high as me, but they face outward. Darkness, evil cannot look itself in the face. So nobody negative or evil is going to be able to approach you. Okay. If you need more help with those boundaries, please hit me up and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, because you're getting to the point where it's getting where like you're going to end up in like permanent hermit mode, where it's really hard to pull yourself out of that once you get used to it. The universe is actually worried about you. Blue Crossroads, good night. Love you. Love Shauna. Come, I think the 22nd or 23rd, sometime in that week, I'm going to be mailing your guys gifts out. Lee Ray Bojangles. I still love the name. I know absolutely nothing about this. All you need to know is that when you come in, I put you on a list, and once your name is called, you will get a reading. Now, I have a lot of people and I have to end at 10:45, but I am trying to get through as many as possible. I'm here every Wednesday starting between 7 and 7:15 Eastern time. JJ, life is conspiring for me. Did anybody see Christina Bell? I picture her like listening and being like, ha ha ha, I did it again. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just, you know what? Next week, I'm just going to be like, Christina Bell, stop right there. I'm going to read for you right now before I do anything else. I want to read for her. If you're listening, girl, hit me up an email, please. You're driving me nuts. Truth Seeker, Dev Bradley. Then we're going to do Chad Smith if he's still here. All right, Truth Seeker. Lantern. Really dry skin. Okay. We can find some other things for you to do. I think you need more protection than the white light, just for now, because I do get that you're a bit overwhelmed with giving. Thanks, Chad. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of the super chats, super stickers. You're very welcome. Mine stays in the gutter. Melissa, you know, I was like, I'm grown up. I've already said twice today something that could be misconstrued in that way. So let me just not even bring up that I said that. You're like my evil mind twin. Truth Seeker, women supporting women, card number 22. Together we can transcend our individual limitations. Now, remember what I said. There is no gender assigned to tarot, just like there is no gender assigned to Oracle. Okay, at least my Oracle. Hello, Taryn. There's a place by me called Chicken and Rib Crib that used to be really good in Hawthorne, but I don't think they're that good anymore. Truth Seeker, women who share their weaknesses, struggles, and shame, as well as their joy, victories, and opportunities, support each other's life's journey. I don't know how you identify. I think you answered me last week and it completely slipped my mind. Together, women have the potential to strengthen each other in overcoming challenges and to rise much higher than is individually possible. By sharing one another's lives, we come to know ourselves. We experience what it is to see and be seen, to speak and be heard, to understand and be understood, and this evolves us. When people connected to their divine inner feminine bear witness, nurture, and support one another, mutual love and raised frequency occurs. The divine feminine consciousness connects and supports us in realizing our fullest potential, power, and wisdom. In each other, we see what is possible when we do not go at life alone, in silence, or against each other. When we realize that we are not alone or judged in our greatest vulnerability, hurts, and confusion, we heal. Women who have walked parallel paths know how to create this regenerative space. Life changes the second we are gifted with an experience of there being nothing to be ashamed of, but only pain to be released, witnessed, healed, and moved on from. Women supporting women potentially offers this life-changing moment when they hold loving space and support in response to an individual unburdening herself of a shame-filled secret. Therefore, the potential loving safety generated by women supporting women nurtures and nourishes our spirits as well as enriches our lives. It may be time to reach out to the safe women in your life. It could also be time to explore your local community to discover where individuals connected to their divine feminine gather, or perhaps even organize your own circle at a park, cafe, or home through creating a meetup group or making a poster for your local community center or library notice board. Mother's message: in empowering one another, we empower ourselves. Okay. Truth Seeker identifies as male. He says, I'm a man. I like it. I like it a lot. The energy I'm getting for you from this card, somebody older than you who is a female. The universe may want you to reach out to them this week. Maybe you're going through something. I don't think men supporting men is the same thing as women supporting women. Normally the cards are interchangeable. So there has to be a reason you pulled this card. And what I'm thinking is because there's someone in your life of the feminine, so a female, that you love a lot. This could be your mother or like a mother figure, okay? That the universe wants you to connect with this week. Could be grandmother figure. It could be your elderly neighbor who, you know, makes you soup when you're sick or knits you scarves in the winter. Somebody that you're fairly close with and know fairly well, who has advice for you for whatever it is that you're going through. This could also be telling you to support a female in your life. You may not notice that a female that's very important to you, that you're very close with, is going through something and kind of needs guidance from you. Take a harder look at people like your daughters, your granddaughters, your sisters, and maybe share some life advice with them. The universe is putting the power of the divine feminine in you even more so than you usually have it this week. So that means reaching out to others, helping others, maybe volunteering more, getting out there and paying close attention to the women in your life, the females in your life that you're very close with, because one of them needs your solid guidance, protection, advice, and love right now. And I think whatever it is you're going through that you're having a really hard time with, you need to reach out to your mother figure. I'm getting little old lady knitting scarves. I don't know, like that. Sometimes that's just how stuff comes through. Expect a phone call this week, possibly an email, but I'm getting phone call. Could be text message from a female in your life seeking your guidance. Make sure that you really look inside yourself before giving the advice, because while it may seem like a trivial matter to you, it is not a trivial matter to the person that's asking. I know my shadow side, and I work to willingly transform aspects of it. The moon goddess Hecate. All right. So also maybe this week, look into doing a little bit of shadow work. Wow. Is that a good wow? We're going to go with Dev Bradley and Chad Smith. Dev Bradley, got lantern for you as well. I have an interview tomorrow with someone named Jim Hamilton. I think Jim Hansen. God, I don't even know who I'm meeting with tomorrow. This is how little time I have. I can't even look up the person that I'm being interviewed with tomorrow. You're welcome. Must make some chicken soup. I haven't made my first pot of chicken soup of the season yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Mermaid, have a wonderful night. Remember, you are beautiful. You are one of a kind, and I feel so blessed to have you in my life. All right, Dev. Melting mask. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see my, this is random, but phone case? Can you read that? Because apparently I do. I just looked over and saw it. I don't know. Jim Harold. That's it. Thank you, Big Willie. Dev, card number 16, Melting Mask. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. Swedish dreams, Mairead, my wifey. A role becomes a mask when it distorts, constricts, or conceals rather than reflects a true expression of our spirit self. A mask typically arises out of the ego's desire to be real and in control when, in fact, it's neither. The ego, like the body and emotions, are tools. Their function, when used appropriately and proportionally, is to give authentic form and expression to our spirit self. Drawing this card signifies the impending loss of a mask to an encounter, event, or circumstances that incites its melting. A period of confusion, turmoil, or grief may follow this mask's dissolution. It had once served you in some way, therefore it is a loss that can take some adjusting to, especially if there remains a significant identification with and attachment to the mask. Truth Seeker, I'm not glad to hear it that that's going on, but I'm glad to hear that this resonated and may have given you that little kick that you needed. The featured mother wishes to assure you, Dev, that the dissolution of any mask is a blessing. With time, you will begin to see that losing the image of who you thought you were or had believed that you needed to be is, in fact, the liberating path to experiencing all the more that you are. To support you through this time of impending change, tune into your spirit self's light, love, and stillness. Observe which roles in your life feel good, natural, and autonomous. Ask yourself, what are my main roles at the moment? What does each one mean to me? Would I be more or less of myself without it? Would I be seen by others to be more or less without it? Such roles may include mother, daughter, friend, employee, employer, partner, student, volunteer. Then ask which of these roles are draining, which are energizing, are any fraught with drama or boring? Do any feel like masks stifling me through obligations I often resent rather than lovingly fulfill? Upon reviewing the answers to these questions, is there a current role that functions more like a constricting mask that you would love to lose or would be terrified of melting? Regardless of how you answer, it's important to keep in mind that you are, in essence, none of the roles you have or wish to fulfill, nor any of the restrictive masks of concealment that they may have or might turn into. At most, a role can transparently and joyously express an aspect of your spirit self. Life is always better when you know which roles are fulfilling for you. Be sure to prioritize and enjoy them whenever and wherever possible. Mother's message: it is important for a mask to melt once the function it had served tips into detrimentally constricting us at our highest levels. This was a lot to take in. Misty Rain, that's awesome. Thank you. Wow. Said this card looks a little like Gemma. Truth Seeker, I didn't know this was your first reading. Awesome. Dev, I feel like you are being overwhelmed too. Like a lot of us are, right? Overwhelmed and just wondering what is it all for sometimes. The universe this week wants you to literally ask yourself these questions. And, you know, I'm an obsessive compulsive note taker, right? So I'm going to tell you to make a list. The universe and the cards recommended a list, but I'm going to say, I've done this before. I've pulled this card. Try to make the list. Think about all the roles you play. Again, mother, daughter, sister, aunt, whatever you do at work, right? And go through 3 positive emotions associated with each one of those masks. Then see if you can come up with 3 negative. Was it easier to come up with the positive or the negative? Did you have a hard time finding 3 of one or the other? Whichever ones you have these issues with, okay, please try to dissolve that mask quickly. I also feel like a mask is being melted away that you're trying desperately to hold on to. It could become some kind of codependent or chaotic situation that brings you nothing but drama, that someone else is making the decision to step away, or you feel like you have to step away. It could be a romantic relationship, a business partnership, a relationship with a family member. Just know that whatever happens, it was meant to be. And this mask is of a chaotic kind, you know, of a draining spiritually, emotionally, mentally, right, on a soul level. So in the end, it's going to end up being a very good thing. Just go with the flow of the universe. Don't question, okay? Especially this week, people who exit your life or roles that you're no longer able to play. Lee Ray Bojangles, are you making fun of me? Like, are you mocking me, bro? Dev Bradley, every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Waxing Crescent 4. Exactly. Self-love, loving yourself enough to know when to let go. Oh, Melissa Nicole, I'm sorry to see you go. You have a monthly personal coming from me. You and Melissa W are the last 2 I have to do outside of my patrons. So sometime next week, you'll get a full anyway. Drama with family member. Yeah, I knew it. All right. Chad Smith. Did we do Divine Circus for you last week too? Oh, he's got her in his truck. I think we did do Divine Circus for you last week. Well, guess what? Oh, God. Again, with the 10 cards. There it is. The Velvet Queen, Chad Smith. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I was like, it's Divine Circus. And you're like, what? Behold, Mike J. I'm curious to ask, but have Spirit got a message for me? I'll email you after the stream. Honestly, when they come through, I just write them down. I'd have to look. I usually email like at the end of the week, but I don't really like, I get nervous reaching out and saying like, so-and-so came and gave a message for you. But if that's something you're open to receiving those, I will definitely check, because I knew, A lot of people get offended or get upset with me if it's not the message that they were looking for. But if I know that you're open to receiving those, yes, I do believe that I had at least 2 come in for you. Lee Ray, all right, I'm going to let it slide. Chad, a rare prize is to be bestowed upon you. The universe is confirming that the most luscious dreams of your heart are being nurtured into manifestation. To this end, you shall be given a saving grace, an intervention if need be. To be open to receive, surrender doubt in favor of unconditional trust. Through your trust and optimism, you make it easier for the universe to give you a most deserved gift. A rare prize is worth the effort to attain it. Your efforts will need to include loving discipline. Loving discipline is not about trying to bend the world according to your will, but rather about readying yourself to align with the spirit of what you want to receive. I swear you got the same card even. I don't know. To receive rather than attempt to take by force requires strength, trust, spiritual intelligence, and courage. It is easier to try and force things from a fearful place, but it is more effective and empowering to learn how to attract and receive through consciously chosen surrender. This allows the universe to do its best work for you. To surrender is not about passivity, but doing all we can do and then trusting life enough to let go and allow the outcome to be what it will. Surrendering is not giving up. It's about trusting that there is a great and generous intelligence expressing itself through our lives, and if open to it, great treasures are bestowed upon us. So the discipline spoken of here is about changing your consciousness. It asks you to release issues around self-worth. Why should you not be empowered and assisted by the universe to create a life that fills you with joy and feels just right for you? Of course you should, can, and will be. Release any lack of self-worth that would get in the way of your opening and complete trust to the universe. The Velvet Queen assists in shifting the mind from scarcity to prosperity consciousness, where we feel we can receive precious gifts with an easy, open attitude, neither holding on to them out of fear nor pushing them away out of shame or guilt. When she enters your life, she brings a sign of abundance headed your way. This might manifest itself in many and varied ways: financial wealth, career opportunities, increased love and affection in your relationships, or a sense of living in the rich fullness of life, spiritually as well as emotionally and materially. She also indicates a prize that is worth attaining. It is said that the sweetest fruit is at the top of the tree and therefore worth the climb. The Velvet Queen lets you know that your most prized dream is within reach through a combination of letting life unfold as it will and your own disciplined efforts. Don't give up. You cannot make the fruit on the tree grow faster. That will happen according to the rhythm of life, but you can certainly do your part to be ready to climb the tree at the right moment to savor the sweetness of success. I swear Chad got the exact same card last week. And in fact, after this is over, I'm going to go back and look. So, Chad, this is actually a really great card because it's a card of abundance and blessing. A total glow up, okay? A grow up and a glow up. Dealing with issues of self-doubt, of maybe sometimes letting ego get in the way and cause problems for you. I think all of that's out the window. The universe is kind of showing me you just like laser focus on something, but not to the point of detriment to everything else. The universe is showing me that you found the kind of the perfect balance of trying to attain what you want, working toward your major long-term goal of success, financial wealth, whatever it may be, with also balancing the other masks that we just talked about with Deb that you also have to wear, not worrying so much about the naysayers, not worrying so much about what if this or that goes wrong. And if you haven't reached this place yet, you're just about to. You have major abundance coming in. I'm pretty sure, again, this is the same card as last week. And with that happened, it's kind of the universe reinforcing that something amazing is coming in for you, something that you've been working so hard for so long. There have been points when you've been ready to give up. I mean, this can be true for anyone with anything, right? But I think the main message for you to take away from this is that if you open yourself up and just accept that you've already achieved it, it's just a matter of waiting for the fruit to ripen. Okay? All of the hard work you put in, the blood, the sweat, the tears into whatever project or projects you're working on, you finally found or are about to find that balance, and your life is going to be so amazing. I am getting this is about work, Princess Victorious was the last card. Yeah, really similar, right? And I think that's just a reinforcement where it's like everything that you've worked so hard for and almost gave up on and got frustrated with, the universe is like, no, don't do that. Because I know for a fact that right before we give up is when the universe is like, hey, here it is. So just stay focused. I feel like some trolling coming into your life, some like trolling maybe from not just random strangers, but maybe someone that you thought was supporting you. I am kind of getting that. That's somebody who you thought was very supportive, or a friend, or someone in your corner. You're going to kind of catch them either gossiping about you badly, or, you know, naysaying you, or kind of just being jealous of you. I think there's some jealousy in your inner circle that you really need to watch out for, because once you get that cord with that person, that jealousy attaches to you, and subconsciously you're going to lash out. Okay. So try to steer clear of frenemies, of people who are going to smile in your face because they're waiting for you to succeed so they can reap the benefits. But really behind your back, they're like, you know, this mother effers. I'm getting like this whole conversation in my head. Like, who does he think he is? And, you know, I just not good things coming from someone. I always call it, you can ask anyone in here, I always say a snake in your grass. There's someone who is in your inner circle that lost their damn mind. I am curious about my true nature, and I seek to understand myself, the waning gibbous one. I think you've come to that point. I think you've kind of, I don't like saying this, but I think you spiritually ascended at some point in the recent past. I think you've hit a little bit of a higher vibration than some of the people around you, and they're not going to understand that. You've kind of become above it. Like I said, laser focus. So know that the universe got you. You can actually probably do no wrong this week. So stay focused. Make sure you take out some time for play as well. Okay, so my next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 here, but I don't think you're all here. So Richard Elmore, D-Rock, Tony the Rock, I know you're here. Nikki, I think you might have went to sleep, and Time Traveler. We're moving along pretty nicely, guys. I love Mike J. I came in super late, so I don't need a card. I just like to hang out with good people. You're very welcome. Black Dragon, Edna, I was born old also. So was I. My mom was always like, you were born too late. The 60s would have loved you. I'm like, Mom, you were born in 61, but okay. Okay, Richard, let's do this. I don't know why my voice just became a helium balloon at that second that I said that, but we're good. I may have to break out the candy, guys. Good night, Lotus. Handle your handle. Love you, girl. Time Traveler's still here. Eric M, hi. Jilly Doom. All right, Richard. Card for Richard. The Fire Guardian could be dealing with Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. I get more Sagittarius off this card. And that's igniting your passions. Connect with your desires. The sparks could lead to something beautiful. The Fire Guardian represents the angels of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but shouldn't be. Burning desires can lead to great expansion. Allow the Fire Guardian to help you awaken a wilder side of yourself and burn away any fear or shame that stands between you and your desires. When this card appears, you are reminded that passion is powerful and absolutely encouraged by spirit. You are being guided by your angels to connect with the powerful energy of desire at this time. If you have recently set an intention to explore your sexual side or become more sexually open, the fire of desire can burn away any old setbacks that are preventing you from expressing that part of your nature. If you're in a relationship, this card can indicate a great spiritual and sexual connection. More so than that, I'm getting that either coming in this week or the end of this month, or it's already happened. You finally realized what you kind of want to do with your life. Even if it's just as a hobby, what ignites your passion, not just sexual passion, what ignites your passion, what ignites your fire, right? I feel like you're letting go of old fears of false, can't think of the word again. Letting go of negative self-talk. I think that in this week, you're just going to finally figure out that you're the one in control of your destiny. The universe helps us. You're in control of destiny. You're in control of fate. Be careful that the fire doesn't burn too hot, though. Don't let anyone talk you into doing anything reckless, especially this week. It's going to be a dangerous thing. Don't take off and go bungee jumping because you are you decided you want to be an adrenaline junkie. Be very safe this week. Seatbelts in the car. No talking on the phone while driving. I'm very serious about that. Okay, Richard. But other than that, everything that you have been wanting to do, whether in your career, your personal life, say you want to move to, I don't know, Timbuktu, or you decided that you want to be an astronaut. It doesn't matter. The universe is saying, go for it. There is nothing holding you back. Maybe you can't be an actual astronaut, but maybe you can get a job somewhere further down the totem pole. The universe is handing you the tools that you need to reach your biggest and what seemed like your most unattainable just 2 months ago goals. The universe is saying, go for it. Okay. Again, don't let that fire burn too hot though, because you will end up getting burned. Again, safety while in vehicles this week. And don't let somebody make you become someone that you don't want to be. I see like this antagonistic person, this codependent, drama, chaotic, and like antagonist. I'm getting a she, but it could be a guy with a lot of feminine energy, just like nag. Like I'm getting poke like this in my head. Like someone's just getting you to the point where like you're going to freaking explode. Don't do it. Take a step back, remove yourself from the situation, cut the cord, cut the ties with this person. Every day I focus on what is important. The waxing gibbous 5. You definitely have to get this person out of your life, Richard. And the universe this week is going to give you the way to do that before you snap out, because I'm seeing snap. Nag, snap. Nag, snap. D-Rock. To make you feel my love. I just got that song in my head. The Adele version of the Bob Dylan. Big Willie, I love that you're so open and willing to learn and like so kind. For someone who's never had any kind of experience. I mean, I was telling you the other day, it literally blows my mind. Have a really great night. Have to hit the hay myself. Thank you all for being so amazing. Peace, love, and taco grease. Stay curious and keep it weird. I'm so looking forward to working with you. I'm so looking forward to just chatting with you, getting to know you. You have an amazing, vibrant, colorful energy that I see a lot in this stream. Dave has it too. Dave has a little bit more of a stress on his, but it just feels very pure and very real. And I love getting to know people like that, especially, again, people with open minds. I don't know if I never experienced anything, if I'd be a believer. And I have a lot of respect for that. So thanks again. So good to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm hoping to catch one of your streams soon, as soon as I figure out how to get some more time in my life. But Swedish dreams, and have a beautiful night. Tony the Rock. I have to keep it weird. I have no choice. Not if you want to hang with this crew. Come on, come on. All right, vampires. Les vampires. I found such an easier system this week. I'm going to have to sage my cards when I'm done with this, but I did find a system of just laying the cards down in one pile instead of trying to find the deck they belong to while I'm on stream. It's working so much better. When you mix the cards like that, you have to clean their energy afterwards because it kind of mingles. We're all weird. I swear I have it in my Gemma Jade channel, like gift wish list on Amazon, and it's a sign. It's a Ouija board, but it says, "We are the weirdos, mister." I love it. I've been a weirdo my whole life, and I've never in my life found people that are so like-minded and that just accept me. Like, I almost collapsed in Spirit Halloween because I was picking up too much. Literally, fingers in my ears, eyes closed, going like this, waiting for Steve to text me back. My son comes in. He's like, "Mommy's playing hide and seek." And I'm just like, oh, God. And you guys don't even, like, bat an eye at that. And, you know, for somebody who was always the weird kid, when I found out at like 11 years old that my best friend had kissed a boy with her tongue, I went to the library and made like this whole PowerPoint presentation on why kissing boys with your tongue is gross. And like, I wrote all the germs that she could get. I was that kid, okay? I would have been skipped 2 grades. You know, like, I was just very weird, very awkward. And I've kind of met my tribe here. Tony the Rock, transgression, flaws, contradictions, mistake, hive mind. Exactly. And that's card number 41. There are many in this world, vampire and human, fairy and otherworldly creature, who seem to delight in the fault of others, using them as a way of proving their own worth. See, they point out, you are worse than I. And could there be any worse than this killing of a sacred animal, the unicorn, now mourned so deeply by this little vampire? This is false glory and disturbing to all of us who have long lives, to see so many worry that they have sinned and hurt others and cannot be forgiven, and to see others glory in the guilt they use to manipulate and feel righteous. The most perfected souls upon this planet have all created moments in their lives where they have gone against their own values, their own hearts, their own souls, and transgressed. They have hurt themselves as they have hurt others. And so when you see this card and wonder what it is you've done wrong, know it is this. It is incorrect of you to assume that your faults and flaws, your poor decisions, and yes, the mistakes you have made are more ghastly than anyone else's. There is not one among any of us who has done no wrong, and it is good that we vampires and you humans can feel remorse and take steps to correct ourselves and do better. But what we witness from here is that you are being told again and again by either an abusive other or your own abusive part of yourself that you are guilty, wrong, and can never be forgiven. You must now take steps to correct what can be corrected, apologize clearly and once if this is the right thing for you to do, and then forgive your own self and move on. To continually internally erode your own value due to another's encouragement is a false kind of virtue. There is no good in hurting yourself over and over to prove how sorry you are. Live better, do better, but let the self-punishment go and do not allow another to utilize your compassionate remorse for their own ends. Yeah, they are. That's what they're doing. We all are human and otherworldly creature going to transgress against the natural laws and the laws of our own souls. Tony, what we do about it is what matters. Go on now and make amends that give thanks for the gift of self-forgiveness. Blessing, when we go against our integrity, our soul will let us know. And if we continue to deny that inner voice, the universe will show us where we went wrong. The curse, crowding out your inner voice, continuing down a path that we know is against the truth of our soul and breaking the universal laws. In working with this card, make amends, take stock, assess, and redirect, and come back into harmony with the voice of your soul. So you're having trouble forgiving yourself for something. Either that or somebody in your life is not letting you off the hook for something, and nobody's perfect. This person, whoever they are, has done so much to you too, but they want to just keep holding you down in guilt. And I always say, and some of you guys don't like it, but I appreciate that you respect that I say it. Guilt, shame, remorse, regret, fear, they come from the devil. We are children of God. We are children of the universe if you don't believe in God, right? I don't even like saying that. My God, forgive me. We're off the hook. We don't have time for any of that stuff. I know with me, I have to be rigorously honest. And there's one person particularly that I apologize to constantly. because I either do something wrong, or I feel like I might have said something wrong, or I feel his energy is off and like he's upset with me about something or angry about something or whatever the case may be. And when you apologize to someone who always says, well, you should be sorry because, and then lectures you, or when you apologize to someone who never apologizes to you at all ever for anything, it gets hard. But being rigorously honest in everything that you do is all that you can do. So if someone doesn't want to let you off the hook, if you don't want to let yourself off the hook, you're going to have a problem ascending spiritually. And that's kind of what we're all here for. So what the universe is asking you to do this week is to take stock. Whatever is bothering you the most, whatever you feel like you can't forgive yourself for, okay? If it has to do with another person, then make amends to them. If you've already done that, please let it go. And if it's someone else that won't let you off the hook, you have to get them out of your life. Because if you don't, the universe is going to come in and just tear crap up, okay? And they're going to get the person out, but it's not going to be in a way that either one of you want. The universe is telling you 100% certainly and for sure that you are forgiven for whatever this transgression was, for whatever it was, okay? So I hope that you can take heart with that and know that it's the truth. I am a magnet to what I want. I repel what I do not want, the supermoon. If you're constantly dwelling on something that you did wrong or somebody that you feel like you hurt, okay, you're never going to move. You're not going to move past it. And you're only going to draw more hurt in, and you're only going to draw more light and attention onto the other things that you did that you feel like you're not forgiven for. I was going to be a guest on Channeling Eric. I'm waiting for them to get back to me, but it is a wonderful channel. Some people may think it's a little out there, but I don't think anybody in this group is going to have a problem with that channel. I was just listening to the James Gandolfini Afterlife interview. So cool. Vinman, what's up? Hello once again. It's Harry Brown. And is very wise and modest. I absolutely adore her. Three Souls Paranormal. Gray Wolf Paranormal. Misty Rain. SDK. Hope Wolf. You're very, very, very welcome. All of you are very welcome. Amelia, have a great night. Next time, let me know if you're going to leave early, earlier than we end, and I will put you before, others. That's not a problem for me. We're not like that here. I have people like begging for me to give their spot up because I've never met a group of people like this. I really haven't. So Three Souls, Paranormal. I always say that too, Downtown Terry Brown, because of Steve. Yeah. All right, Gray Wolf. Circus. I had a cat named Lil Shit, because that's what he was. And the other cat's name was Toe because he was missing a toe. And Toe would always look at little you-know-who and like be like so above him because Lil one was the baby, more of a kitten, and Toe was like the old sage cat. Do you guys see on my Facebook the cat and he's head up like this? And it's like, I'm not bad luck. It's not my fault. Your life is poop. Love cats. Yeah, but you got Supernova, and this looks like a great card. I haven't pulled it yet. Got to stop biting your lip, Gemma. I sing Circus by Britney Spears for karaoke. All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus. When I crack that whip, everybody on trips. No? I asked RJ, I said, would you like a puppy for your 4th birthday? It's not till July. No, he wants a kitty. All right, Grey Wolf. Something in you needs to be unleashed. This is not quiet and steady growth, but more like a wild explosion of creative energy and sacred fire. The sparks your rapid growth will create shall ignite your body, mind, and soul, inspiring you to expand even beyond what you believe is possible. Your light will shine far and wide. You cannot control it, but you can trust it. A rocket is capable of traveling far and with great power and speed before settling into an effortless orbit far beyond the world in which it began its journey. To launch, however, requires power. A quiet and contained power is not appropriate for the task. A raw and explosive force is needed to propel the rocket from the known world of Earth towards its destined orbit in space. The Oracle of Supernova indicates a time of rapid growth so accelerated and powerful that it can feel like an explosion, as if you were the rocket being launched into space. It tends to be of high intensity but short duration. Whilst this is a positive thing, it can cause shockwaves and disrupting patterns and create feelings of instability and even uncertainty as your world starts to change in ways you don't feel are within your personal control. You may feel like there is a powerful momentum moving you out of what your life has been towards some new unknown destiny. As it moves from the dramatic force of the launch towards the eventual peace of an effortless orbit, the rocket will jettison the very thing needed to get the journey started. This isn't about disposing of the essentials, the people and things that really mean something to your heart, but rather about letting go of old attitudes, ideas, ways of being, and attachments to allow for utter freedom to ascend. After the intensity of the birth, the effortlessness of your orbit into a new world will require a different attitude. What you needed to begin your journey to start a new venture or lifestyle will be different to what is required to continue on your life journey. You need to trust in what is happening at all points on your journey. Don't hold on to a support system, belief system, or a way of being out of fear. Sometimes it's just time to let go because it's not relevant for your journey anymore. If you try to hold on, Grey Wolf, you will actually just be holding yourself back. When the time comes to let go, you'll feel it. People or situations will not be able to reach you or you them, even if you are making an effort to try and stay connected. Previous support systems and connections won't be able to support you anymore on the next steps. It's like they are training wheels that are no longer needed. They would love to get in the way. They would just get in the way. So you have gratitude for what was, and with love, you let it go. The Oracle of Supernova reminds you that after the intensity of the birth, there is another birth of sorts, the settling into a new pattern of life at a higher altitude with more peace, effortlessness, and consciousness. Each phase happens naturally, and you'll feel when and how to respond to each phase in your life as you trust yourself. Something amazing coming in. And yes, I keep a close eye on Britney. I used to be a Britney Spears impersonator at Caesar's Resort in the Poconos. Yeah, I was. Grey Wolf. Yeah, if it didn't happen already, it's probably going to start this week. And by the end of the month, it's going to be done. This sudden burst of energy, this sudden propelling forward of your next big goal in life. Is it to start that channel? Because that's what I'm getting. I'm also getting something with like herbs. I don't know. I'm seeing an herb garden. I don't know. The universe is saying, go with it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't, you might be like super up all the time, you know, but that's okay. The universe is saying you're not going to crash. You're going to slowly come back down and level out and be totally in your element of what you're doing, of what you've been propelled to, because you've been working on this for a really long time. You've been, even if you don't realize it, I think you're coming to something that is just supposed to be a part of your life, a lifelong journey of the soul. Okay. I do think this has to do with the channel you want to start, but you would know better than me. Be kind. I swear I was just thinking about you like 10 minutes ago. I was like, where is she? Grey Wolf, I accept renewal and delight in fresh starts. The new moon. Pay close attention. I'll have to find out when the next new moon is, or if someone can Google it real quick. Whatever day that is, whatever night that is, I want you to bask in the moonlight. Even if it's cold outside, go out with as little as possible. Even if it's just, you know, something like this without a jacket or something. Get that moonlight, especially on your face and your head. It's going to rejuvenate you spiritually as you stand barefoot in the earth. Okay, obviously, if it's snowing, we don't go out barefoot. But imagine like roots, like a tree coming out of the bottom of your feet and connecting with everything inside the earth. I want you to do this, Grey Wolf, on the new moon, because why? It's not me wanting you to do it. It's the universe. Okay. When I say I want, I think, all that stuff, it's the universe. Okay. Fixed him a great birthday dinner. Wonderful. My dad's big 90 today. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy 90th birthday. Be kind. You are another one who truly lives up to your name. Misty rain in the magic of you. December 4th is the new moon. I thought tonight was a full moon. Oh. There. Here it is. The one card in the whole deck I can't pronounce. Card number 24, Misty Rain, and I'm going to do my best here. Paradisiacal. You belong to paradise. Guys had to hear me in a personal trying to pronounce this over and over again. If you walk barefoot, make sure it's not in a dog park. Yeah, especially here in Jersey. People are like, someone else will clean it up. It's good luck. Misty, trust your innate goddess and expect the best. That is what is attracted to you in this time of your being. It's time to relax and enjoy your own blossoming. Self-love is a popular term and always worth exploring deeply. Unconditional self-love is even more gratifying to explore. The girl of Paradisiacal has stopped fighting herself. The sweetly scented white petals framing her face are her surrender flags. She finally just loves herself and accepts her innate goodness and beauty. Now it is your time to do the same. All life transforms around you in a paradise. Heaven truly is here on earth, in your arms, in your life. Yes, hug yourself and enjoy the bliss. Paradisiacal can appear as a sign of upcoming improvements in comfort and life, reflecting ease and joy and even freedom from pain. Positive gifts are assembling around you and will bring you great happiness. Misty, this is a card of abundance, a card of blessing, okay? I think that you're coming out of a really negative period in your life, at least energetically. I think you're coming out of what some people would call like a seasonal depression or something. You didn't know which way you were going. Were you coming or were you going? I believe you cut cords, you cut ties with some people that you outgrew. And I think that was really hard for you. The universe is saying, at least for this week, just sit back and enjoy it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to tell anybody. Just love yourself. The universe is assembling different things and people around you to make your dreams come true. You're going to be successful in your next venture for sure if you put your heart and soul into it and if you stop the negative self-talk. All right? That is really important right now, especially for this week. Stop the negative self-talk. When you find yourself talking negatively to yourself, change the positive words to negative ones. I can guide and lead others wisely and with love, the moon goddess Hyena. And I'll tell you what, I really should start taking the universal advice that comes in for you guys, like for myself. SDK, Hope Wolf. I'm going to call some of you guys. Just let me know if you're still here. I'm going to go down the list. SDK, Hope Wolf. It's Jack in the Box, Joyce Lee, Sandy, Black Dragon, SMB, Rush G, Paradox Fossils, Aunt Enna, Jilly, you're all here. Hawk Paranormal, Brian Sessler, Peppa H, Salvatore Soto, Taryn, Billy, and Lee Ray Bojangles. That's not the exact order, but Terry. Good night, Miss Grey Wolf. You're very welcome. Mike J. I know you said you're good, but if I have time, I'm going to throw you on there. Okay, Joyce is still here. Taryn's still here. Okay, so SDK is not here. Hope Wolf, I think, is the one last week where like I couldn't see what she was saying. So hopefully that's not the case again now. Mac, okay, got you. That happens sometimes. Don't worry, I won't make you wait till the end. That's why I have to get someone else to come in every week and just write the names down and tell me like the next 4. I'm going to start that next week. I was afraid it would mess up our vibe, but if I get someone I trust to do it, it won't. Okay, so let's start with Miss Joyce. The Oracle of Shadows and Lights. Jilly, I see you, girl. I see you, baby. Sitting in chat. I don't know. Yes, I see Taryn. I got you guys. JJ, yeah, I'm going to send you an email then. My friend It's Jack in the Box offered, and like 2 other people. So if I can get like one person to do it twice and another person do it twice in the month, that way it's not overwhelming for anybody. I would really appreciate that. It's just all you have to do is hit the link, just be in the background, not on screen, kind of like Steve is producing. And then when I say who's next, you just tell me who's next. Be kind. Yeah, if I can throw you on, I will. I have to end from now on at like 10:45 to give Steve enough to start his ghost stories at midnight. Joyce, you got Poe. Time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Okay. And that's card number 7. This lovely maiden named Poe after the famously mournful Gothic writer Edgar Allan Poe is working with the constant of change. She is watching technology's advances and assessing them, good and bad, shadows and light. So too, you must decide what changes you will make to keep up with the shifts not only in energy, but in technologies that are available to you. And somehow you will know exactly when it is the right time to take your use up a level and use technology so it helps you and keeps you connected and strong. I'm going to read a little faster than normal to try to get through more. If you have to, just go back and listen. The technologies you embrace can be used for good and can be used to effectively let people know what you can bring to the world. Poe speaks, tick-tock, tick-tock, times are a-changing, and I know you too will change with the times and yet remain entirely yourself. Joyce, you will be at once of the ancient past and of the new world that is coming swift as a train that steamed toward me, making me gasp in wonder. Plan carefully, knowing that when you choose to make use of new technology, it will be fearlessly, gracefully, and with integrity. All that changes can be put to wholesome good and sacred use. The destructive capability of industrialization and pollution and mechanism is one you understand all too well, but you also know that some of the changes to choose from can be used for good, not evil. It is time for you to discerningly embrace the technologies that will allow you to realize your dreams. We are moving from an industrial world to a post-industrial world where the nature of time, the way in which we interact with nature, and the way we live with the technology we have created will shape us all. So today, think of what your relationship with technology is. Is it sacred? Are there sacred purposes to which this new tool can be put? If you feel intimidated by tech, choose one area about which you would like to learn. You may wish to be more disciplined about your time spent online, and you may notice you have a talent for tech, for developing communication tools that link people and help us all develop communities for the highest good of all. You may soon become very adept at setting up websites or find you love dabbling in web design, writing software, creating digital art, posting movies you've made. You may wish to upload performances on the internet to introduce a wider audience to your skills and talents. You may also notice how people today have come to use the internet as a weapon to bully and harm others and choose never to use technology in this way. You may have a gift for concept development and have brilliant ideas for new technologies for the future. Whatever it is the right time to truly work with technology in ways that will assist not only you, but many other beings too. If you're not thinking of a career move going into technology, if you're not thinking of starting your own channel, like if this isn't resonating, even if it is, the first thing I got was email. You're going to get an offer in the form of an email, most likely this week. Could be going towards the end of November, but usually these are weekly readings. Like it'll happen from now to next Wednesday. Of an offer that seems too good to be true, but isn't, okay? The universe wants you to take this opportunity. Pay attention to your email. Pay attention to your online presence. What are you projecting out there to the world? if anything. Maybe this opportunity will have to do with, something with your online presence. I feel like you may be dealing with some kind of, I'm getting bully, like online bully. This is also a card, Joyce, of major change in your life, okay? As in, the way you've always done a certain things, the way you've always done things. Good night, Paradox. Love you. It's changing for some reason. Something very major in your life is changing. Like either somebody is leaving or somebody that you've lost. I think that there's going to be a change coming in starting with this week where kind of you're going to see something or someone slipping away, and the universe is saying it's time, okay? It's time to let go of the old, bring in the new. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how badly you don't want this to be happening, just know that the universe always has our best interest at heart. This person or this situation was brought into your life. You had to go through it to teach you some sort of lesson for the future that you may not understand right away. I accept and create more flow and pleasure in my life. Please look out, Joyce, for that email and take the opportunity if at all possible. Sandy, when I do December readings towards the end of this month, I am going to add you because I want to make sure you get a full and true reading. I mixed up names. That reading was for you, but I wanted to scrap it, but the universe would not let me because I did, I think, call you Sherry, which is what confused me. But I know that when people come to me for readings, they're looking for answers, and I always want to make sure I give them because that's why I was given this gift. Miss Sandy, you got Maman Bridget's, our little Irish goddess of redemption here. Nobody has pulled the Morrigan yet. Rum, hot peppers, voodoo, fright, graveyards guarded, dark of night, regret, amend this futile way, redemption's here to save the day. By the power of the dark goddess and me, protection in place, blessed be. You've added fuel to the fire, and now you've landed yourself in hot water, so to speak. Make haste, for you are in the process of making a huge mistake if you go ahead with this. Already you're playing with fire, but will get your fingers burned well and truly if you take this any further. Pause for a moment and take a good look at what it is you are about to get into. Please dig deeper and investigate thoroughly before you make the wrong decision. Look back to see that what you have caused and who has been hurt in the process. The voodoo goddess of fire warns you would be wise to heed her message at this time. She urges you to make right your wrongdoings, make up for any misdemeanors, and don't be reliant on others to clean up your mess. No more excuses. Take responsibility for past actions with remorse, and redemption is yours. Look before you leap. A stranger will save the day. It's time to say you're sorry. You have some making up to do. Make amends to anyone you've hurt. Work with the element of fire to eliminate negative thoughts and behaviors. Time to mend your ways. Forgiveness is key. Charity work beckons. So volunteer work, working with the element of fire, burning sage, burning candles, maybe burning some, photos of someone you have a negative attachment to. Sandy, I think this card is saying that you may have leapt before you looked. You may have gotten in over your head with a person or a situation and inadvertently hurt someone else pretty bad. Either that, or there's always the possibility that this is someone else who's very close and attached to you's energy, and you are, you're the one that's been hurt because this person was thoughtless and only thinking about themselves. Now is the time for you to make amends, Sandy, for any wrongdoings that you've done, for any ways that you've hurt others, even unintentionally. try to take a step back from whatever this situation is that you kind of accepted. It would seem too good to be true, but you jumped in anyway, and now you're kind of paying for it. The universe is giving you a way out this week. The universe is giving you a way to kind of make yourself feel better, either by making the amends if you're the one that did the hurting, or choosing whether or not to accept the amends from the person who hurt you. I do feel a toxic person in your life that is constantly doing stuff like this to you, constantly being thoughtless and careless with your heart, being thoughtless and careless with you as a human being. And I feel like you need to get rid of this person starting this week. Start putting up more boundaries as far as light boundaries, mirror boundaries, energy boundaries. Okay. And I believe that someone's coming in who's going to work very hard to pull your walls down, to work with you. I'm getting some kind of venture, some kind of project, some partnership. I think I gave this advice to someone else a week or two ago, where like you got into a partnership with somebody, but it just didn't work out. You weren't on the same level. I feel like negativity coming from this person. You were trying to do good. That must be what it is. And I think inadvertently, in working with this negative person, you ended up hurting some people inadvertently, or saying some things that maybe you feel guilty now for saying. The universe is saying it happens. It happens to the best of us. Cut ties with this person for good. I am courageous and powerful. The waxing giveth too. I'm actually getting a unicorn deck, Black Dragons. Well, I'm out of water, so let's go with this gross thing. Ew. The Dunkin' Donuts by my house is the worst. I ask for a pumpkin cream cold brew, and they give me some kind of iced coffee with, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, so I hope these readings are resonating. Black Dragon, Sweetly Morbid Bear, Rush G, I think Paradox went to sleep, Aunt Edna, Jilly, Mac, Mike J, Taryn, Peppa, not necessarily in this order. Black Dragon, gonna hit you with the wisdom of the House of Knights. This is my clarification deck. Oh, Vinman, there you are. Yes, coffee. I am from northern New Jersey. Jilly, I know you're here, girl. I got you. Coffee talk. I swear I'm going to start a stream. That's what the stream is going to be called, Blue Heron. The one I want to do bi-weekly on like Saturday night. Coffee talk. Mac Taylor, I love it. I'll be here till I'm dismissed, madam. Okay. What we got? Whom I forgot. Black Dragon. You got the card of loyalty. And keep in mind when I read these cards, they're allegedly written by the goddess of night, Nyx. You have chosen the symbol of loyalty, Black Dragons, and this means you are being called to stand up for who and what you believe in. Do you know the story of a beautiful red vampire who saw the good in another and remained steadfast in her love against all odds? Loyalty is tested at times, and you may be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it's difficult to speak up for another person, a cause, or even for yourself. Now is the time to be faithful to your best qualities and to leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character. I know you will choose rightly. Stand up for what you believe and be loyal only to what is good and true. A test of character is coming in for you, most likely this week, okay? And you may have to choose between two people or two things that you love. You may have to choose between what's right and what's wrong when both of them are things that you love. Does that make sense? It's either going to be people or things. But I have a feeling that it's going... but a sorry, heavy heart needs this chat. No, you're absolutely right. Sorry, Black Dragon, I have a feeling that this is going to be choosing between your own integrity or letting go of someone you love very dearly or something you love very dearly. And the universe is saying this week is the time to choose. You may have to let someone or something go, someone that trusts and depends on you for your own higher good. Like they're dragging you down energetically. You just can't take anymore. If this is not the case yet, just wait. I think this week you're also going to get a phone call of someone really needing you, and you're going to have to really make that decision. Are you going to put yourself out there again? You're going to end up getting hurt. You're going to end up allowing yourself to be manipulated. This kind of codependent, it doesn't have to be romantic, but a codependent relationship is going to pop back up this week, and you're really going to have to make, the decision for yourself. A monkey. I am a piggy. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. Blue moon. You may surprise yourself. It may be easier to choose you than it's ever been. I think a lot of us, especially in this group of people in this chat, have a problem putting ourselves first. I know I do. Hey, Warren Floyd. I guess Mr. Flintstone left us. Sweetly Morbid Bear, are you still in here? Rush G did not answer me. Hawk Paranormal, Brian Sessler, last chance. Lee Ray Bojangles. I think we're going to be able to pretty much finish up, guys. Brian. Peppa. Salvatore. Billy, you're gone. All right. Help others before we help ourselves. Sound familiar, everyone? Raise your hand. Exactly. I have to roll. All 4 a.m. comes early. Ew. Mike J, love you. Thank you so much. I'm used to making those decisions. That's good. So it won't come as much of a heart shock to you. SMB, did she have to go? I know a lot of the time it's her Wi-Fi over there. All right, Aunt Edna, Dark Goddess. Be safe, be well, and bright blessings. Absolutely. Aunt Edna. Arnemisha. I didn't ask you if you wanted one this week. I already pulled it, so I hope you do. And this is a card of integrity. Pretty much what we were just talking about, eh? Ciao for now. Critics hear a bunch of lies. Do not listen. Don't reply. Principles now point the way. Integral truth will save the day. By the power of the Dark Goddess and me, protection in place. Blessed be. So, you seem to have lost yourself within the dark of the woods and can no longer see the light. Between criticizing yourself and others, you have lost sight of your integrity as you fight to survive in what you perceive to be a competitive world. Your inner critic is doing a great job of destroying what little hope you had left. You feel you are under so much pressure to get things done. The niggling voice of self-criticism, frustration, and disapproval is slowly but surely eating away at you. You need to remember that there is nothing good or bad, right or wrong, through the eyes of Arnemisha. Remember, it's this type of thinking that causes problems. Arnemisha holds a light in the darkness so you can see your way out of the woods to a place of integrity. Here, she will ensure that you remain in a place of honesty, truth, and ethics as integrity leads the way. Replace your critical thoughts with positive statements. Don't just accept the first offer. Use your integrity when making decisions. Speak in a loving and supportive way to yourself. You are your own worst critic. See beauty in everything around you. Spend time by a stream or a river. And the pressure of life getting to you. I don't think it's only negative self-talk either. I think it's other people. I think people that you've cut off, people that you've outgrown. Remember those people? I think they're gossiping behind your back. I think you may get wind or have gotten wind of it, and it's kind of hurtful to you because you know that you got rid of them, you outgrew them, you moved on from them in a way that was true to your integrity, and now they're bad-mouthing you even though they know what they did. The negative self-talk, like I said, replace the negative words with positive ones. The universe cannot offer you opportunities and abundance if you're blocking it by thinking that you can never have opportunities or abundance. So this week, the universe wants you to really, really work on that negative self-talk. Hey, Gemma, just got off Chasing the Truth. Shouted you out on there. Thank you so much. Bigfoot and Connor in the house. And I invite peace within myself and ripple it outwards. The waxing or waning crescent vibe. See? See how this goes? I would love that card as a print for my wall. Exactly. Connor, so good to see you. Did you guys feel the room just like, boom? Enter Connor. The man, the myth, the legend. You're very welcome. Jilly, I'm just looking for the right card here. Okay, we got Oracle of the Sea. Look how you are received here, my soul brother. As I've mentioned before, Connor and I have some tragic past lives, but in near future, hopefully this summer, we're going to fix that and have some amazing 2021 adventures that are not going to end with me dying or being stolen. I hope. Oh, there it was. Ooh, okay. Okay, I see you. Jilly, an alien emerges. And Jilly, I'm sorry I never got back to you the other day. I've just been kind of dealing with my own stuff. Pine Barren Memories. Yes, I told you in the email, you can actually camp there. They have cabins, so we're going to have to check that out. Jilly, what once was foreign at present is dear. What used to obscure is transparently clear. What once felt distant grew to be near. What I now love began with fear. A slim mermaid emerges from a murky lake, an inquisitive look upon her face. Is she creepy and threatening or just mysterious and curious? A foreign, exotic, or unusual element is entering your life. Do not allow yourself to be intimidated, scared, or avoidant. This foreign element may literally be a person from another country or culture, an opportunity overseas, or simply a situation that feels alien to you at first. I'm going to go with the antithesis, though. I definitely see this being more you. It's a good time to re-engage with the comfortable and familiar. Pull out your family's old recipes for comfort food, mend that old sweater you love but haven't worn in years, and reconnect with your parents and siblings on a personal level. Relish in that which is close and ordinary and appreciate it anew. This can also go for romantic relationships. Okay. Jilly, the universe is saying, yes, this is right. Someone who you're familiar with, situations that you're familiar with, okay? Not just familial, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Whether it's going to be a forever thing or not, the universe is saying right now it's time. It's time for you to put everything that you possibly can into this without draining or taking too much of yourself, okay? 9 Lives of Sandy, yes. If you just send me a quick email, so I know it's not going to go back into like a spam folder. I think I archived our messages. Send me a quick email at Gemma J Paranormal and I will text message you. Send me your phone number. I'll text message you, of course. So Jilly, get reacquainted, get comfortable, but do not, and I'm getting this blaringly loud in my face. You know how adamant spirit can be. Do not let it take any more from you. Do not let it take any more of your soul, your heart, anything, your mind. Don't let it take up permanent residence, as we're not sure if this is going to be a permanent thing in this lifetime. It's hard when you have soul bonds and soul contracts with someone that you reconnect with in this life. It's very hard to let that person go or that situation that's so familiar. The universe is saying, enjoy it now while it's here. Give it your best without letting it take up permanent space, and we'll talk about it again at a future date. I am loved beyond measure, waning crescent 1, and you need to love yourself beyond measure and know that the universe loves you beyond measure. Mac Taylor. The Oracle of Shadows and Lights. You're very welcome. An Eclectus. You have been summoned. Just waiting for the universe to give me your card. The Two Little Witches. Magical space clearing time. I think this is the Widdershins card. Card number 30, Mac. Again, if I read too fast, I apologize. Just go back and listen. I'm trying to get everyone in. From out of the shadows come the two little witches, solemn and sincere. They fix you with their clear green and blue gaze and ready you for the magic that is the broom they are about to pass on to you. And what is the magical secret of this broom? Why, that is, it can sweep and clear any old, stale energy that is lurking about you at the moment. Take this broom and see it whisk all by itself once, twice, 3 times, Widdershins around your house, your hearth, your home, and it will clear out all that is hiding in the shadows of the corners and the underneath of the rooms of your soul and home. Widdershins is the traditional direction for clearing energy. It means against the sun. And in the northern hemisphere, to go Widdershins is to direct energy in counterclockwise direction. In the southern hemisphere, it is to direct energy clockwise. When it is done, they clap their hands 3 times and the broom returns to their arms and they move on to the next home that needs their help. But now that is done, what will fill your space in your life with? What will you fill your space in your life with? That is the greatest and trickiest choice of all, but one which only you can make. The two little witches speak, out, out, and from within. We cleanse the space from trouble and din. Out, out, let all be gone, and make this place a cheerful home. We are here to cleanse and clean. We are creatures in between. We will work from dusk till dawn to ensure energy is reborn. We leave it clear and bright and blank, and for this task we ask no thanks, but we do wish you well in this. May all brought in create you bliss. Make the mundane work for you. It's time to conduct a house clearing followed by a house blessing. Here is an easy pointer. New locations, either the smallest of changes for household objects or rearrangements of what goes where in your bedroom, or an entire move is very much on your mind when these twin witches show up with their brooms of power. If there's anything keeping you back from making that change, please make small, useful, and symbolic gestures. Shift the furniture and clear away what you no longer need. Whenever we make a change, we always rediscover stuff we've been hanging on to, stuff that's weighed us down without our even realizing it was there. Time for a space clear for you. Spring cleaning in November for Mac Taylor. Okay, so Mac, obviously the universe wants you to look up sweeping Widdershins. I want you to clear out your closets. I want you to go through everything under your dressers, under your bed, in your dressers. If you have dressers that don't contain clothes, I'm specifically getting your kitchen a junk drawer on top of your refrigerator. Wherever you have clutter that you haven't checked out in a while, go through it. Take the time. Take a whole day to do it. You're going to find things that when you touch them, because you're ultra sensitive, you're going to be like, whoa, how did I not realize this has such negative energy attachments? And get rid of it. Okay. Get rid of things that have negative sentimental value. You know, like your first love gave you a promise ring and it makes you sad to think that you're not with them. That's just an example. Get rid of the ring, okay? Don't hold on to things that you don't need. Don't hold on to things just like people that aren't serving you anymore. And I believe, Mac, that the universe is also saying to get rid of people who are weighing you down. Energy vampires, you're going to know who they are, okay? Get rid of them. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. Waxing Crescent 3. If you absolutely cannot find the time to do all of this spring cleaning right now, change around one room in your house. Move, switch the couch with the TV. Move the pictures around on the wall. Do something different. Okay? Do something different with your space. It's going to majorly shift and change your energy. Blue Heron. Is Hope Wolf back in here? Blue, you got it. You got the Morrigan. I've just been waiting for someone to draw this card because she's my second favorite dark goddess. Blue Heron's still in here, right? Oh, yep, there she is. All right. The Morrigan, the goddess of war, the dark goddess of war. A raven heralds a battle cry. Angry mists swirl through the sky. The Morrigan will serve you well. You'll survive where others fell. By the power of the dark goddess and me, protection in place, blessed be. Your hackles are up, and as the ravens and crows caw and circle above you, war has been declared and battle must commence. Having survived all that you've endured, you have built a strong fortress around you for protection. This defense system is so firmly in place that you are ready to fight at a moment's notice. Like the goddess of battle herself, you have become a blunt, rough, and sometimes violent warrior when it comes to defending your honor, and those who are close to you now fear your wrath. When the Morrigan appears, a battle cry goes up, but she will show you how to choose your fight carefully with wisdom as your tool as you reclaim your sovereignty. Don't be afraid of a little drama. Allow others to see that you mean business. You can do this in a kind and loving way, but remain true to yourself. Guys, I say this all the time. Be not ruled by others, but appreciate your allies who have your best interests at heart. A storm is brewing. Do not avoid conflict this week. Face it. You're being too defensive with others. A new piece of evidence assists your case. Don't back down. Take a softer approach. Not everyone is against you. Build up your mental and physical strength. Archetypal warrior of Celtic origin, she is a complex goddess, blunt, rough, violent, and has the ability to take animal form, a crow, a raven, a cow, and a wolf as well. She was worshipped most as the battle raven, determining whether you walked off the field of battle or were carried off upon your shield. Blue, this is a lot of information in such a short card. Conflict is arising, okay? You're being very defensive, but you're being defensive with the wrong people. I feel like you're trusting the people that you should be being defensive with. It's a little bit backwards. The universe is saying you have more people in your life right now that are being true and honest with you, that you can let your guard down just a little bit and not always have to be so suspicious and defensive, and always have your heart hurt at the smallest thing. I know this is hard. You and I have discussed this at length. We're both the same. But the universe is saying, at least for this week, okay, try to let your guard down. If somebody is confrontational with you, don't back down. A lot of the times I'll tell you guys, like, don't confront this week. No, the universe is saying, F that. If somebody wants to get in your face, get right back in theirs. Don't let it come to blows or violence. I'm a Jersey girl too, girl. Like, I know how we can be. We go from 0 to Jersey in like 0.2 seconds. I get it. Don't let it come to that. Use facts, evidence, proof to back up your claim. And if you don't have any, don't even say anything. Wait until you can prove what you're saying. I'm not getting this as a romantic energy. I'm actually getting a female energy coming in and challenging you in some way. Stand up for yourself, but make sure that you, again, can back up what you're saying. Hi, Layla Gaz. 0 to Jersey. Love it. It's the truth. Lisa, Dylan, I'm sure they're sleeping. Blue, I have a balanced relationship with time, and I use it well. The moon god Manny. Guys, we are coming to a close. I've got about 20 minutes. So who is next? Miss Taryn. And this is in no particular order. I think we're almost done. We've got Terry Brown, if he's still here. Be Kind. Warren Floyd. Vin Man. Peppa and Salvatore, I don't think, are here, and that's it. So Miss Taryn, the Divine Circus. T-Rex, hi, Pancake. Just stopping in. You know, I just saw something that said in France, and I didn't really pay attention to what it was. I couldn't see it. But, you know, in France, what they say to say, I miss you, it actually translates in English to I'm missing you. Or no, I am missing of you. I got to look it up because it really, like, I was like, oh, you are missing from me. Instead of I miss you, when they say it, it means I miss you, but it translates in English to you are missing from me. I don't know. I just thought of that. I think it's so sweet. The Dark Harlequin, Taryn. Card number 27. By the way, I think the number 27 this week is going to be important. If you see it on license plate in front of you, if you keep looking at the clock and it's 327, 427, 527, that kind of stuff, it's the universe letting you know you're on the right path. Taryn, bells are ringing from deep inside. Something that once had to hide is seeking your attention. It wants out. It wants to be free. As you release what was once shut away, your discomfort shall turn to glee. You are a spiritual adventurer. You are not afraid to go to the edge of what you know, of who you have believed yourself to be. Even when before you there lies the darkness of unknown worlds, the undiscovered parts of you, even when you feel uncertainty, discomfort, or doubt, you are still willing, even if quaking in your boots, to figure out what it's all about. This fine and fierce attitude gives you a special kind of grace, the grace to discover that you are a living, wild, divinely free and empowered force to be reckoned with in this world. That discovery sets you free from fear and unleashes you upon a path of loving, wild creation and joyful abandon. So you have come to a place in you and in your life where you don't know. You don't know what's happening. You don't know how to work through it. You don't know who you are. Well, not all of you. And you don't know what you don't know. You are at a point of not knowing because you're growing. There will be surprises. There will be discoveries. You'll feel awkward at times, like you're trying to see in the dark. You'll wonder if you're supposed to be so confused, if you're supposed to feel like you aren't sure who you are anymore, or even if the things that once made sense in your life are supposed to seem so fragile, as though life, once thought rock solid, actually turns out to be a house of cards. The answer, of course, is yes. Yes, it's a royally divine mess. Don't be afraid to let there be some inner rattling and rampaging. The dark Harlequin card comes to you at a time when you are naturally diving into the darkness for a healing purpose. So ask the difficult questions. Do things you wouldn't normally do. Experiment with thinking in ways you wouldn't normally think. Be willing to let everything change for the better by first letting go of how things are now. The messier your inner world seems to be right now, the more you can expect complete and utter transformation as a new order comes into form. Expect the unexpected, for you were born to grow into what is happening now. It's time to let the wild thing within out. This is an amazing card, Taryn. This is a card of ascension. This is a card of growth. This is a card of change. This is a card of you finally becoming exactly who you're supposed to be. But right now, that caterpillar soup I was talking about earlier in the video, it's a caterpillar, has to go into the cocoon, turn into this kind of soup, and then out the other side is a butterfly. When you're in that caterpillar soup, you don't have to do anything. The universe is going to do it for you, but these circumstances have to be exactly right. Connor, I actually didn't write you down, but you're going to get a reading too. Don't go anywhere, please. It has to be exactly right, but the universe takes care of all that. So it's time for you to be totally, completely who you are. Don't be afraid, especially this week of changes coming in. I don't see anything drastic like tower moments where the universe is going to come in and F stuff up. But I do see some small changes that you're like, oh, I don't want to let go of this person. Or why is this person not talking to me anymore? Why? Because the universe is whispering in that person's ear saying not to. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Because I'm freezing. Okay. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. Taryn, take any changes that come this week as major blessings. Try to remember that, okay? Like I said, I don't see anything that's going to be soul-crushing, okay? But you never know. But I don't see that. What I do see, okay, is you becoming who you were truly meant to be finally, all right? Terry, do you want a reading? Be kind. All right, I'm trying to really run through these. I'm going to go with Vinman, Be Kind, Connor, and Terry if you're here. So Vinman, it's Magick of You. Okay, I think we're going to be able to get everybody. We only have like 4 people left, and I think 2 of them aren't here. So Warren, I'm sorry. I didn't think you were still here. All right, Vinman, then we're going to do Warren. Vinman, you got Orenda. Honor your mystical creative force, and that's card number 22 in the Magick of You deck. This is the card I got in trouble for putting on a thumbnail. I violated the sex and nudity guidelines of YouTube. There is a mystical force present in all people that empowers them to affect the world or effect change in their own lives. Orenda appears when it is time to make a sacrifice in order to move into the next creative expression of self. The maiden contemplates her role in creation, the seed, the birth, the nurture, the release, both in her ability to procreate and her choices of expressing her creative force in relationships. Music, art, and food. She sits bathed in the light of the distant full moon, and her mystical powers reflecting far into the past and far into the future. The sacred snake extends from her woven hair. Her blood is offered to it as a sacrifice. It is the sacred dance of creation to give life and in return have some of her own taken away, transferred, transformed. This card embodies the ancient goddess as she was depicted in the Garden of Eden as a primordial omniscient serpent, the bearer of wisdom. If this card is drawn by a woman seeking to start a family, it confers pregnancy. Orenda relates to all the sacred female cycles, blessing them as divine and equally valuable and beautiful. So I don't believe that you're a female Vin man, but what this card is saying is that the universe wants you to completely and totally be yourself, okay? Especially in this week, you may be struggling with some kind of decision. We're all struggling with decisions, but this decision may be something that really and truly is going to affect your life. I wonder if you're seeing shadow people, if you're having nightmares about deceased loved ones, if you're having sleep paralysis episodes. The universe wants you to look more deeply into, like right now you're getting a reading. I hope you're in here. I didn't even wait to see because I'm trying to blow through these. Try to look into how to protect yourself from those things. I feel like you're under some kind of psychic or spiritual attack. I also would caution you that if you're not trying to get a female pregnant, be very careful this week. And in fact, for the rest of the month. Shadow people and experiences. Okay, so please look into how to protect yourself from that. I'm not trying to scare you, but I am getting a demonic force. Okay. Maybe not demonic. I don't like to use that word, but very, very negative, primordial, ancient. It latched onto you from somewhere else, but you've now brought it into your home. Okay. Look up how to, incense to burn, white sage, how to protect your house, salting your property, your land, those kinds of things. And I know a lot of men actually who do take baths. Take a ritual bath, take your regular shower, rinse off the tub, handful of sea salt and water as hot as you can stand it. Bathe from 15 to 25 minutes. Get out, let your skin air dry. Do not towel dry. That's going to form another barrier of protection. Okay. Okay, great. Already there. I choose to nourish myself and enrich my life. Just learning more. Okay. Connecting with the divine, whether it be feminine or masculine. Jeanette, welcome. Okay, so we're going to do Warren and then Connor, and then I've got to end. All right. Guys, you have been so amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Warren, I am looking right now at the Angels and Ancestors deck. Jeanette, after I do Connor, if it's not too late, yeah, because I have to end at a certain time because Steve has to set up for his stream. I don't think he'll mind if we do an extra 5 minutes to give you one, but yeah, I'll do my best. I'll do my best for you, girl. Come on, universe. I'm kind of trying to do this here. This is for Warren. Is Sweetly Morbid Bear still here? I called her. Come on, universe. Card. There he is. Card for Warren. The Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions, Warren. And I'm getting mega Pisces energy, but it could also be Cancer or Scorpio that you're dealing with here. Okay. Take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Water is the element that's in your blood, your tears, and your flesh. The Water Guardian represents the angels of water who can help you dive within to understand the depth of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you to see that your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface. They are also the old emotions you may have locked deep within the shadows of your soul. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water help you to hear the messages these have for you and to unlock your intuitive powers in the energies of abundance. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if they are joyous or sad. They are all powerful messengers that allow you to understand what you want and need. Taking time to breathe and acknowledge them lets them flow through you rather than crashing down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time, and unless you acknowledge everything it has as it comes up, you may miss important guidance that can lead you to support and love. So, oh, thank you. I feel pretty. Warren, you have a lot of undealt with emotional attachments here. Okay. And the emotions are going to start coming up very, very soon, where you're going to have to deal with things that you have locked away. Perhaps someone coming in from the past that really hurt you, that you kind of didn't deal with the situation. And that's exactly what I'm getting. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Also, I feel like your intuition is totally on point, but you're unable to see past these like energy blockages because you have so much pent up emotion that you haven't let out. Maybe try some quick meditation. If you don't have time for meditation, do what I do. Put your earbuds in or your headphones on and lay down to sleep with some kind of positive affirmation or chakra cleansing meditation. I'm getting third eye, block, like the third eye is closed. Okay. If you can look through some meditations to try to figure out how to open up that third eye, I think you're going to get the answer to your question, and these undealt with emotions are going to just flow so freely from you. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. The waning gibbous 4. Okay. Surround yourself with things of beauty, things that you love. Connor, it's the Vampire Oracle, then Jeanette, and then guys, I am out. All right. Can we get a message for Connor for this week, please, Mr. Bigfoot Anon? Come on. Got it. Oh, Connor, I talked to you about this already. There's that jealousy in your life, in your inner circle. Chad Smith got something similar. You drew the card of jealousy, envy, punishment, and changing course. Card number 26. The Lamia is a legendary creature, one of we vampires from the ancient lands of Greece. She was once the queen of a land you now call Libya. Her beauty so famed it drew the attention of the god Zeus, who gave her his love and many children. For the crime of being so loved, she was cursed by the goddess Hera, the long-suffering wife of Zeus. Lamia suffered Hera's spite and was cursed to become a serpent from below the waist and to hunger for the blood of her own children. Overcoming spite and envy for your good fortune is the message Lamia has for you. Your desire to care for your blessings and what you love has attracted envy from others, Connor. This has sparked guilt and possibly fear within you. And now you're in danger of punishing yourself simply because another wishes you to be hurt. Instead of suffering, change. And you can become strong even when there are those who wish to harm you and who are powerful as Hera is. Learn from Lamia's serpent self. The serpent is the divine feminine and a being who sheds skin, mothers fiercely, and who can feel the faintest of changes in energy and vibration. You too can sense the slightest change at the moment. You are able to anticipate any threats and any danger. She is unable to close her eyes, so her gift to you is to have your eyes wide open to observe all the changes and to be honest about what you're undergoing. She's a strong card for you to have chosen, and if she has come to you, you have the ability to stay fierce, protect what you love, and connect with the divine feminine. It may also be that there's gossip about your appearance. Call those who speak out against you, name them, and declare yourself free. Do not allow anyone to question your behavior when it is their own actions they are choosing to overlook. Blessings. The Lamia teaches us that you need not accept what people say about you. You are beyond their judgment. Their words are false. You need never live up to them. You are trustworthy and a beautiful soul. Curse. There can be cruelty, bullying, and difficulty. There is some of this about you at present. Words can be harmful. Take steps to minimize the impact. When you find yourself called evil or demon or accused of doing harmful things, examine your conscience. Now, all of us have made mistakes, most especially us vampires. But the Lamia teaches you that you need not go mad with grief or allow another's cruelty to curse you. You can rise above this and be true to yourself. Live through example. Be strong. This time will pass. Remind yourself and others that those who speak ill of all in their turn. None shall escape their turn. Connor, we talked about this, the jealousy, your name getting out there, people wanting to spread rumors about you, to talk crap about you, to try to take your energy down. You know, some people just can't stand to see someone as bright and amazing and beautiful as you, especially when you're succeeding. You know what I mean? Always such clarity. Love Wednesday, spot on. So, you know, so please keep your eyes wide open. If you need positive reinforcement, I'm sure you have a million people around you. Hit me up, send me a text, and I will send you some. You're amazing. You're incredible. And of course, just like trolls attack me all the time, you know? And I used to cry like a lot about it. But now I just realize that that's their stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So I hope that you don't let it negatively affect you, because the universe has so much abundance coming in for you, as I'm sure you know, and you can feel you're on the verge of something. You're on the horizon, on the edge of this beautiful breakthrough. So don't let anyone deter you for any reason. And if it's someone that you're supposed to be able to trust, F them, get rid of them. You don't need them. I explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. The moon god Dionysus. All right, guys, I'm going to give Jeanette her reading with the Dark Goddess Oracle, and then I have to go. But I hope to see you Sunday at Fireside Chat. Don't forget, this week is my daughter's 13th birthday party, the 1920s murder mystery party. But I should be home in time for stream. If not, I'm hoping this is the last week that Steve and I don't do Campfire and Fireside together. I know you guys miss that, miss seeing us as a team, but we both have so much going on, and it's not that we don't prioritize you guys. It's just that you guys are the one thing that's the constant, but that's patient. You know what I mean? Good luck with your interview with the man whose name you can't remember. Jim Harold. All right, Jeanette, you got Pandora. Curiosity. Temptation calls to peer through locks, read someone's mail, open a box. Curiosity killed the cat. Avoid a consequence like that. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. You could be in the process of making a huge mistake if you go ahead. Pause for a minute, Jeanette, and take a good look at what it is you're able to undertake. You must dig deeper and investigate thoroughly before you make a decision. Look to see what the outcome could be and what effects it could have on others, on you, and also on your future. You are gifted and talented with abilities, and many opportunities have already and will come to be presented to you. Sometimes, though, you see your gifts as a curse, rather like Pandora. Expectations from others and of yourself are hard to live up to, yet your ambitions propel you further and higher. You would be wise to heed the warnings of Pandora, who wishes you not to become a victim to temptation as she once did. So with hope in your heart, to keep the lid firmly closed on a tempting offer at this time before looking at your other options. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Don't be sidelined by curiosity. Hope will pull you through. Face up to the consequences of your actions. Investigate an offer that seems too good to be true. A surprise gift will arise. Use your gifts and talents wisely. Jeanette, this week especially, look out for offers that seem too good to be true. People coming into your life that seem too good to be true. The universe is saying stay far away from the opportunities and the people, especially this week, because somebody's trying to manipulate you, get money from you, get time or attention from you, whatever it is, they're trying to take. They're takers. And you're not going to get anything back except pain and heartache. And I'm getting this very clearly. Don't be curious about it. Okay. The universe is telling you it's going to look so damn tempting. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, like, if this could only be true, if this could only be true, honey, it's not. I'm also getting a message that there's someone in your life. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It's usual. It could be familial, business partnership, that you think someone's doing something bad behind your back. For example, you think your husband's cheating. You think your partner's embezzling money. Even if you have no proof, know that you know. That's exactly what's going on. The universe is saying don't confront this week. Wait until a better time. I'm thinking the new moon. Again, we have to find out when that is. All right, Jeanette, if you think something's going on behind your back, it is. Don't go snooping. Just let the universe tell you that that's what's going on. PG, GemmaJadeParanormal@gmail.com. Can one of my mods, yep, there it is. Tony, thank you so much. Email me, be patient. It might take me about a week to get back to you, but I always get back to you and I will give you that free reading. Jeanette, please be very careful. A surprise is coming in. I feel that's going to take your mind off of this too good to be true thing. And kind of, I think it's going to be an indication of like something that's coming next for you. Okay. Like you're going to be looking at this thing longingly, like, man, why can't I just accept that? Oh, kitty. And then it's going to be like something that's actually good for you. Jeanette, I choose to take a higher perspective and widen my views. Moon God Terrier, rabbit on the moon. I look forward to hearing from anyone who wants a personal reading. I do them for free with a PayPal link in the description box. I love you guys so much. Be kind to yourself and each other. Exactly 10:45 p.m. Eastern time. Look at that. Thank you all for hanging out. I love you all. Sweetest dreams. And I will see you hopefully Sunday night. Bye.